Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Pawn's drunk loves ya.
Already know this is Pawn's Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo! Shot himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you at this side of heaven. God bless you all. Man, I had to go live early. Shout out to Brian Norman Jr., one of the phenom in the welterweight division, the champion, the WBO champion with an electric knockout victory over Sasaki. Hopefully he's good. You know what I'm saying? Don't wish, you know what I'm saying? Death on no fighter, but then he looked like he was dead. Dead. Beautiful left hook, connected. Beautiful left hook. 147-pound division. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was going to be a ghost town. I got to be honest. Brian Norman Jr., you know what I'm saying? I never thought too much of Brian Norman Jr. I'm not saying that I thought he was a bad fighter or nothing like that. I just never thought that. I didn't think that he was going to, or I believe that's going to manage to be this type of elite fighter, you know, pound for pound caliber fighter. But goddamn, he got the goods. Oh yeah, he's growing on me. Pause. But he's making me a believer. He's making a believer, man. Body right, fast, could take a punch, power. Even on the 147-pound division, I mean, we can't name too many names. In the 147-pound division, of course, we got Manny Pacquiao, the 8th division world champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time world champion, the ambassador, the son of the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao back in the ring versus Mario Barrios, July 19th. Can't wait to see the great one back in the ring. I don't give a damn. I can't bet against Manny Pacquiao. I believe that Manny Pacquiao is going to be Mario Barrios. No disrespect to Mario Barrios. He's a warrior. But Manny Pacquiao was a freak of nature. And I can't bet against a freak of nature. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fight Fury's Films in the building. What's good, Fight Fury Films? What's good? One of the members in the building. What's good, bro? Woo, man, I've been up looking at the fight, scouting on the matchup, doing some fight studies and I'm like, I was watching the interview. Well, you know, the convo between Bill Haney and Brian Norman Sr. the other day. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. And you know that Devin and that Bill Haney put out a list for potential fights for Devin the Dream Haney. And shout out to Bill Haney, manager of the year 2023, father trainer. You know, I always say that fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. So shout out to all the fathers. You already know this past weekend it was Father's Day. So shout out to all the fathers in the sport of boxing. Shout out to Teo Sr., Virgil Ortiz Sr., Floyd Schofield Sr., Bill Haney, all the fathers in the sport of boxing. Bozy, all the fathers in the sport of boxing, right? And I'm looking at the list, especially now we're looking at the list, right? This is the list that Bill Haney put out there. Not Devin, Bill. Because I like the confidence that Bill Haney got. I like the confidence of Bill Haney. But it's not Devin Haney, y'all. Devin Haney still got to cash the check that Bill Haney writes. Devin Haney versus everybody. This was the list. Teofimo Lopez, number one. We already know that Teofimo Lopez didn't sign, so let's scratch that one out for a minute. Even though that Teofimo Lopez did say recently on my channel on TBV and to Bill Haney that fight is not off the table, that he still wanted to fight Devin Haney, but they got to choose another date or renegotiate. Whatever he needs to do. Yeah, at the end of the day, Teofimo Lopez did not sign and Devin Haney did sign. Let's move on from the Teofimo Lopez for now. Shakur Stevens is going to be fighting William Cepeda. We already know that Devin Haney is not going to fight no damn Shakur Stevens. So let's scratch him out the list. We already know that Javante Tank Davis is going to be fighting Lamar Roach August 16. Let's scratch that off the list. That's not going to happen. because Devin Haney is moving on to the 147-pound division. So the number one, Teofimo Lopez didn't sign. Number two, Shakur Stevens is still in the 135 division. They ain't gonna move up no time soon. Javante Davis ain't gonna move up no 147. Jerome Boots Ennis moved up already to the 154, vacate his world title. And now we got Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. Any boxing fan in the building, what's good, brother? Woo! This was Bill Haney's list. This ain't Devin Haney's list. This is Bill Haney's. Listen, I gotta say Bill Haney because it's Bill Haney. Shout out to Bill Haney. It's Bill Haney that's going everywhere, promoting, doing a great job. You know, being the manager, promoter of DHP. You know, shout out to the whole family. Shout out to the Haney family, Sean Haney and stuff like that. Seeing him and his pops out there in Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get under the skin of Richardson Hitchens, right? Is Devin Haney ready for Brian Norman Jr.? And you know what I noticed? That damn, these names that also they've been calling out. Hold on, let me put my face on it. Smash that like button like if you was smashing a shorty. If you don't got no shorty to smash, at least you could smash that like button so you could tell the homies that you was smashing something today. I think Bill Haney got a lot of confidence. Bill Haney got a lot of confidence. But I don't know if his confidence a good idea or this type of confidence is a good idea for Devin the Dream Haney. I know, you know what I'm saying, that you need people around you to build that type of confidence in case that Devin Haney has lost the confidence after getting his ass whooped by Ryan Garcia. It ain't look like he was a confident fighter versus Jose Ramirez, even though that he beat it, that he outpointed him, but they didn't look confident. Tito, one of the members of Pontron Boxing Boxeo. You already know. Any boxing fan in the building, it'll be on Medice. He is ready, but ready to run around the ring from Norman. I just don't think with the type of dynamic left hook that we seen today. If you notice that the guys that they calling out is ending shit with the left hook, think about it, y'all. Brian Norman Jr., left hook KO victory. Rolly Romero, let's put it on the list. Hold on. Wait, look at this, folks. Look at this, folks. I was just thinking about it. I said, man, I got to go live. I can't even drop a video on this one. Check this out, folks. Just check it out. Just check it out. Let's go by the list right away. And peep what I'm about to say right now. Check it out. Teofimo Lopez, let's scratch Teofimo Lopez out because he didn't sign. It is what it is, right? I think everybody in the boxing world already got on Teofimo Lopez for not signing the deal to fight to fighting Devin Haney. Let's scratch Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney for now. Shakur Stevens is going to be fighting. You already know he's going to be fighting William Cepeda. Javante Davis is going to be fighting Lamar Roach. Off limits. Jerome Boots Ennis is going to be moving on to the 154-pound division. Off limits. You got Brian Norman Jr. that end his fight with a left hook versus Sasaki right now. Monstrous. Put Sasaki in the hospital, all right? Man, put him in the hospital. Hey, yo, fatality. Mario Barrios, you already know he's going to be fighting Manny Pacquiao July 19th. He's off limits. Keyshawn Davis, I don't know what Keyshawn Davis is going to do. He's just moving up to 140-pound division. I don't think that's going to be a fight with Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney. But Devin Haney's going to be moving into 147-pound division. So we know that Keyshawn is not going to be moving up to the 147-pound division. So let's go with Rolly Romero. The two realistic opposition right now. Rolly Romero. Conor Ben, he was just fighting in the 160-pound division. He's not going to come all the way down to 147. Let's quit that noise. Conor Ben is going to stay probably in 154. Ryan Garcia is going to have surgery and stuff like that. Maybe that's if he could rehab that hand injury or the hand surgery. I just don't think he's going to be available. All right, so let's scratch Ryan Garcia for now. The most realistic potential fight right now on this list, on Bill Haney's list, is Brian Norman Jr. and Rolly Romero. Two champions. You already know they're going to elevate Rolando Romero, right? Right, ladies and gentlemen? You see the list, right? Tito, cool. Said DHP don't have power. That's what it stands for. Don't have power, DHP. Hey yo. Gracias, the super chari chari parike. Right? That's the list. That's the list. The potential fights, let's be real, let's be honest, on Bill Haney's list is Brian Oman Jr. and Rolando Romero. Devin Haney going to be moving up to the 147-pound division. Am I right? He's going to be moving up to the 147-pound division. That's what Bill Haney said. That's what Devin Haney is ready to do. I hope that Teofimo Lopez is still on the table, but we already know that he declined the fight with Devin Haney. So now we're looking at the realistic potential next opponent for Devin Haney, and that is Brian Oman Jr. and Rolando Romero. Is that fair, folks? Are we on sync in the same? We making sense, right? The two realistic on this list is Brian Oman Jr. and Rolando Romero. Let me know in the chat if I'm right or wrong, or we got to add some other names and stuff like that. Let me know if that in this list, in Bill Haney's list, these are the two if you're going to go to a negotiations right now with anybody, this is the realistic option. Brian Oman Jr. and Rolando Rolly Romero. Am I right or wrong, folks? Come on, help me out in the chat, man. Come on, man. Help me out in the chat. Some of y'all probably truck drivers, y'all working and stuff like that. Go to the bathroom and stuff like that. Tell your supervisor you got to clean your ass. Here we go. Fight Fury Film. Thank you, Fight Fury Film. Thank you for participation. Participation. He said, yeah, commercially, Rolly makes the most sense. Tito, right. We got Rollies. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fight Fury Film says right. Tito says commercially, Rolly makes the most sense. But have you noticed that the two fights, check this out. Have you noticed that the potential two fights, the realistic fights, two fights for Devin Haney is two dudes that highlighted their own left hook. Let's not forget that it was the left hook of Rolly Romero that put Ryan Garcia down. Let's also not forget that the knockout that we just seen a couple of hours ago was a monstrous left hook. Also, if they want to exercise the Richardson Hitchens fight, now peep this. If they want to exercise the Richardson Hitchens fight, let's not forget how he stopped George Kambosos. Actually, it was a chopper right hand, follow up with a left hook to the body. Is Devin Haney prepared to step inside the ring with a hooker? I ain't talking about a hooker. I ain't talking about the baby mama either. I'm just saying left hook. I wasn't talking about her. I was talking about the left hook. I'm saying is Devin Haney ready to be in the ring with a hooker? Haney agreed already. Man, he agreed already before Brian Oman Jr. did this. That's what he'd agreed. I believe that Devin Haney got the balls and the testicular fortitude and mental fortitude. I'll be real. I believe that was a little hiccup fight with Jose Ramirez. I'm gonna give to be honest, look, folks. I know some of y'all gonna get mad. I know a lot of people like to troll and like the jokes and stuff like that. It's easy to joke. I understand. To be honest, it's easy to joke on the Haneys and stuff like that. Y'all already know getting beaten up by Ryan Garcia. You already know getting suing Ryan Garcia and all that stuff. The carnival guy, the baby mama and stuff like that. Young Thug. We understand all of that, right? We understand that. But we can't take away other great things that Devin Haney has done. He has accomplished great things in the sport of boxing. Am I right or wrong? Come on, let's be real. Let's be honest. Put the jokes aside. Devin Haney's one of the most accomplished fighters of this young generation, right? He's more accomplished than most of these guys. It's him and Teofimo Lopez, the most accomplished fighters of this young generation, right? Let's be real. Let's be honest, right? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give Devin Haney the benefit of the doubt that he ran not because he was scared. He ran because they want to secure the big bag that awaited for the Ryan Garcia fight. And the reason why I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt is because I didn't see the other fighters that had a big fight lined up so enthusiastic in their approach in their fight. Canelo Alvarez had that big bag waiting for him for tennis book. Crawford, look how he fought William Skull. Ain't feel like cutting the ring off. Ain't try to throw double the jab just to cut the ring off. He knew he had a big bag. I'm not going to break my hand versus William Skull. I'm not going to get headbutted. I'm not going to get stitches and then lose the opportunity for me to get that big bag in September. I believe that's the reason why Canelo Alvarez didn't go out there for the and really try to cut the ring off, because Canelo Alvarez is a master and one of the best fighters to cut the ring off. He did it with versus Galen Plant. He did it with Billy Joe Saunders. He knows how to cut the ring off, but he felt like, you know what? I'm going to kill myself. Let me get this $80 million they gave me in Saudi Arabia. I ain't going to kill myself. We're here because the most important thing is for me to get the belt, and then we move on to the Terence Crawford fight, September 13th, Allegiant Stadium. We're going to be talking about that matchup. We're going to be talking about who's the A side and who's the real B side. A lot of people got mad. I just dropped the video several hours ago. We're going to be talking about that fight in just a minute. The dynamic of the fight. Who's the A side? Who's the B side? I see Turkey Al Sheikh just putting out Bud Crawford's. We're gonna get to that. Let's finish this for a while. Let's finish the Brian Norman Jr. shit. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Hope everybody having a good morning. Had your manguco los tres golpes, had a good coffee and stuff like that. I hope everybody has some good morning sex and shit like that. You know how it is. Or run your mouths, whatever y'all do as a workout. Devin Haney, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt that he ran to secure the bag. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt because I did see Devin Haney when he was getting beaten up by Ryan Garcia from pillar to post. I saw Devin Haney get back up. You remember the movie Duke? You remember the movie I'm not saying Duke. You remember Apollo's trainer? You remember Rocky 2? When he was trying to tell Apollo Creed, describing how Rocky, Rocky's guts and statistical fortitude, when he was like, man, I saw a man, I've never seen a man get beaten the way he got beat. And the man kept coming after you. Now we don't need a man like that in our life. You remember that? You remember that? In Rocky 2? Truth always in the building. What's good, my brother? Y'all remember that part? Y'all remember? Y'all remember what Duke was trying to tell Apollo? Man, I never seen a man get beaten up like that in my life. And the man kept coming after you. Now, we don't need a man like that in our life. Right? That was Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. When we seen Devin Haney at the most vulnerable position in the most vulnerable time of his life, Devin Haney got up and still tried to go after Ryan Garcia. Those are the facts. Regardless of how you feel about Devin Haney, regardless if you're a hater of Devin Haney, regardless if you feel like Devin Haney is boring, regardless if you feel like you stuck on the last impression that Devin Haney gave you is fighting Jose Ramirez. Let me tell you like this: Devin Haney, when he was at the most vulnerable, when he was at as low, when he was hurting, when any fighter could have quit, Devin Haney got back up, didn't stumble, go back to his neutral corner, listen to the refs, boom, and try to go after Ryan Garcia. He didn't run now one bit versus Ryan Garcia when he was getting beaten up. Am I right or wrong? Damn it, ladies and gentlemen, am I right or wrong? Put it in the chat. Let's be real, let's be honest. Huh? Let's be real, let's be honest. When we seen Devin Haney getting beaten up, he didn't run from Ryan Garcia. He did not run from Ryan Garcia. And his father had the balls to not throw in the towel as well. When we seen Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis, we seen Devin Haney comfortable and sitting down with some power. Am I right or wrong? Josue Rizzo said, you right. He stood there like a punching bag. Right, but that PTSD is real. No, I understand. We're going to get there. But let's be fair as well, Jack. You feel me? Let's be fair as well. There's a lot of room for criticism and there's a lot of room for praise as well. And there's room for giving the benefit of the doubt to particular fighters, right? I gave the benefit. Look, when the whole boxing world was on Shakur Stevenson when he was running away from Edward de los Santos, and I was the one that people was critiquing me. I said, you know what? I'm gonna give Shakur Stevenson the benefit of the doubt. You know why? Because I saw the way that he fought Yoshino. I saw the way that he fought Oscar Valdez. I saw the way that he fought Cansocial. I saw the way that he fought Jamel here in to capture those unified titles in the super featherweight division. So I'm giving Shakur Stevenson the benefit of the doubt after the Edward de los Santos that something was wrong with him. Now, of course, he did perform like that versus Nakatilia when he did apologize, and then 4 straight victories in which he tried to sit down on his punches, be entertaining, hurt his opponent. He did hurt Jamel Herring. He did hurt Oscar Valdez. He did hurt Cansocial. He did hurt Yoshino. So, and then he went to the Edward de los Santos fight, and he was running like that. I'm going to give Shakur Stevenson the benefit of the doubt. So I got to keep it real. I got to keep it honest. I got to keep it unbiased, logically, and objectively. I know in this community, it's easy for us to joke around. It's easy because let me tell you like this. I've been saying it for quite some time. If you're familiar with the channel, ask the members of the channels. I always say that boxing in America is toxic. The lucrative narrative in this community is negative narrative. If you praise a fighter, they try to feminize you. If you praise a fighter, they be like, you on his thing. Stop riding him. Use a fanboy. Use a glazer. See, we are not allowed to give credit to fighters, or you're trying to certify us with a rainbow flag. Skittles, taste the rainbows. In this community, it's easy to hate, and people are entertained with the hate. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm going to tell you the truth because a lot of boxing content creator is not going to tell you the truth. I don't like it. I really don't like the toxic, you know what I'm saying? Like praise one fighter and shit on everybody else. That's the community. If there's a channel, they praise one fighter and shit on everybody else. If you're a Gervonta Tank Davis channel, you hate Devin Haney, you hate Teo, you hate Shakur, you hate Keyshawn, you hate everybody that's a potential fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. Am I right or wrong? Right? Come on, man. Y'all in this community. I know I'm not the only play. I'm not the only spot that y'all be on the chat, on the panel, right? Let's be real. Let's be honest. I call it how I see it. I call it for what it is. I know a lot of boxing channels are not going to say what I'm saying because they don't want to compromise their subscribers and stuff like that because they probably build it some way. If you are a Canelo Alvarez channel, you're going to talk shit about Charlo, about David Benavidez. You're going to be like David Benavidez is not Mexican, right? Because you feel like people are shaming David Benavidez for Canelo Alvarez. As a matter of fact, Canelo Alvarez fanboy channels, they will be, and I'm talking about the fanboy channels. I ain't talking about the conservative Canelo Alvarez fans that hold him accountable and praise him at the same time. I'm talking about these the fanboy channels that never give them constructive criticism, that never, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say Devin Haney channels out there, that they won't have the heart to be like, hey, yo, Devin Haney, I like Devin Haney, but that motherfucker was running. They ain't gonna say that. As soon as Bill pops up, they're gonna be Bill. Bill, I think that was a sweet signs, Bill. Bill, I think that Devin Haney was fighting the good fight. Jose Ramirez needed to cut the ring off because Devin Haney did a wonderful job. Devin Haney, man, I ain't never seen that like that since Pernell Whitaker. Right? We got to keep it real, just like me. Everybody know I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan in this community. Man, I fought for Canelo Alvarez, man. Right? But I still say, goddamn, you ducking David Benavidez. What's good, Canelo Alvarez? That's something I'm not subscribed. I'm not subscribed to this kind of ducking. Matter of fact, I got you. I'm predicting you could be David Benavidez. Why you got me like this, man? As a fan, man, fighting for you and shit like that. You go out there and fight Dame John Ryder, huh? What's going on, Canelo Alvarez? Everybody know out here, I'm a Teofimo Lopez guy. That's my guy. That's my buddy. That's my friend, huh? Shout out to Teofimo Lopez C and shout out to the family, the Lopez family. But I say, damn, Teofimo Lopez, man, come on, man, fight Devin Haney and shit like that, man. Come on, I'm losing bragging rights around here, Devin. I mean, Teo. Come on, man, I'm losing bragging rights, man. I don't got my superpowers, man. Goddamn, sign that contract and beat the shit out of Devin Haney, man. We've been talking about this shit for 6-7 years, right? Damn, man, make me look bad, man. Come on, Teo. Come on, Teo, man. Goddamn. Devin Haney, Bill Haney, man, they coming out here and shit like that. Cause I gotta tell them that you gonna whoop their ass, sign a goddamn contract. Goddamn. You gotta keep it real. If I called Jerome Bruce Ennis a duck, right? For not signing the contract with Teofimo Lopez, and I called Devin Haney a duck when Top Rank gave that $2.4 million and they said no. And Bill Haney went on channels and saying, no, we declined. We don't want to work with Top Rank. I called Devin Haney a duck. If there's a contract that you agreed upon and Devin Haney signed and you ain't signed, I got to call it a duck. My brother, I got integrity. My brother, I got integrity. It was a duck. Quack, quack. Googles. Track and field is hurting the damn sport. Yeah, man. Shout out to Showbiz, the adult. You know what I'm saying? He got that no running petition and shit like that. I seen that. I seen him and Bill Haney go at it yesterday. That was funny and stuff like that. Shout out to Showbiz. Shout out to Bill Haney and stuff like that. That was good. That was a good dialogue. You know, going back and forth and shit like that. You know, I think both of them got their points. Both of them got their points. But also, you know what I'm saying? Look. Again, I'm gonna give Devin the benefit of the doubt that they try to secure the bag. And they did it in the expense of us paying pay-per-view. So we have the right to be mad. But put it this way, right, Bill? I'm going to say it like this. Bill and Devin Haney, right? Y'all did what you have to do to secure the bag. Right? If we knew that that's how you was going to perform, if we knew that you was going to perform like that, the boxing fans is mad because we ain't secure our bag because we pay for the goddamn pay-per-view. You should have told me this shit, Bill and Devin. Man, y'all got your number. You should have been like, yo, punch, don't pay for the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying, man? We just going to be running around and stuff like we're going to secure the bag to get the Ryan Garcia fight in September. And then I would have secured my bag and I would have paid for that shit. Yeah, Canelo Alvarez would have told me he would have secured the bag, man. I would have never paid for that shit. You remember? Hey, yo, let's not forget that, man. We paid a bundle. Of course, I wanted to support my guy Teofimo Lopez, but now I'm from New York City. I was in Times Square anyway. I don't give a damn. That's the reason why people are mad. And I think that's the reason why people are more mad at the Haneys, because now Bill Haney is saying, no, I instructed my son to do it. Oh, you instructed your son to run. Hey, yo, as much, I'm going to tell you like this. See, I give constructive criticism. I give praise. Look, shout out to Bill Haney. Bill Haney has put his son in position to succeed, has put his son in position to garner great paydays, has put his son in position for great opportunities to accomplish great things in the sport of boxing by the age of 26. Let's be real, let's be honest. He's done a great job. That's why he's manager 2023. But also, Bill Haney has dropped the ball as well. Because if Bill Haney, put it this way, if you think about since last year, what made Devin Haney, trending in a negative way, it's because the instructions he has taken from his dad. I'm going to say it again. Bill Haney he's done a wonderful job for the most part. But his instructions also has weakening the perception of Devin Haney. I'm going to give you an example. Several examples, right? Bill Haney told, and look, it's a contradiction as well, because a lot of people have been saying that Devin Haney is boring. So guess what? Bill Haney's listening to the people, right? Bill Haney listens to the people. Devin Haney's listening to the people, right? Bill Haney instructed Devin Haney to go out there and knock out Ryan Garcia. Go out there and beat Drago. That's what he said. He said, my son is going to kill him. That was the instruction that Bill Haney gave Devin. That instruction was no good. He got his ass whooped. Also, the instructions before getting his ass whooped by Ryan Garcia, let's not forget, they had a hiccup. Once Ryan Garcia, came overweight, unprofessional, got to keep it real. Ryan Garcia was unprofessional. But it was Bill Haney's job as a manager to be professional enough to reconstruct that contract and make sure to have Ryan Garcia re-weight in the same day just not only take the money. He had the opportunity to be like, hey, yo, Ryan Garcia, you unprofessional, man. We champions. We the A side as well, man. We don't gotta be subjected to your unprofessionalism, right? We got Arnold Barbosa right here. He's waiting. He's gonna be performing in the same card. He's undefeated. He deserved to fight as well, right? But now they was thinking about the 600K, and also they was thinking about Gervonta Tank Davis, and they was trying to match the numbers because leading up to the fight, Bill Haney was so focused on Gervonta Tank Davis more. He was going back and forth. He was going back and forth with the, he said, bro, the thumbnail. He said, hey, yo, what's good, my brothers? He was going back and forth with the Gervonta Tank Davis team, with Coach Kenny, with Calvin Ford. He was doing IG stories, IG live, calling Gervonta Tank Davis a monkey. Y'all remember, he was so focused on Gervonta Tank Davis, and that's the reason why he didn't reconstruct that contract. He was not focused in the unprofessionalism of Ryan Garcia. He wanted the 600K. They got the 600K, right? And then they wanted to match up, because if they go to a fight with Ryan Garcia, we can't cancel this fight because we're projected to make this much pay-per-view. And if we beat Ryan Garcia the way that Gervonta Tank Davis beat Ryan Garcia, and then we got great pay-per-view numbers, they thought they was gonna get pay-per-view numbers almost like, or at least close to the Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Then they could go to a negotiation table, a potential negotiation with Gervonta Tank Davis, and say, hey, I beat the same guy that you beat, and we got great pay-per-view numbers, and I got a belt. So you ain't no damn ace. I see they was thinking about Gervonta Tank Davis instead of their unprofessionalism of Ryan Garcia and handling your business contractually. That was the hiccup. And I believe that Bill Haney understands that was a hiccup, and that was a mistake, and something that he could learn from. Up to that day, Bill Haney done a wonderful job. Okay, now leading up to the fight, we all know how we all know the strength of Devin Haney. We know his weaknesses, but we know for the most part, he's been winning. Haven't done a lot of mistakes, right? Just a few. But Devin Haney, we know his style already. We know he's not Kid Dynamite. We know he's not a knockout artist. So why would he go after a guy that he knows very, very well? You know what I'm saying? In the amateurs, they fought 6 times. That you know very, very well. You know that's not your style. Why are you doing that? Because Bill Haney instructed his son to go out there and be Drago and knock out Ryan Garcia. And that shit fell flat in his face. Right? Then what happened else? You think that's what made Devin Haney look weak? You think that's what made Devin Haney be the when people was clowning Devin Haney for several months, almost a year? You think that was it? No. Bill Haney then instructed to sue Ryan Garcia for battery. And he publicly stated that it was his idea, and he ran that idea by Devin Haney, and Devin Haney signed off on it. In all reality, it was Bill Haney suing Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy Promotions. That made him more weak than him getting his ass whooped by Ryan Garcia. The lawsuit made him more weak than the ass whooping, because even with the ass whooping, Devin Haney in the post-fight interview took his loss like a man. And I'm not trying to sweep the Osterin. We try, in my opinion, look, I believe that skills pay the bills, and it was the skills of Ryan Garcia that beat Devin Haney. He didn't look like a guy that was trying to find the edge, because Ryan Garcia was in the worst shape of his career. Even the people that want to be like, he cheated. Ryan Garcia was drinking a damn beer on weigh-in. He barely had a damn 6-pack. He was already getting tired in the second round. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Y'all could go with the Osterin. I understand Osterin was in the system, but I don't think it was Osterin that beat Devin Haney. It was the left hook. Let's be real. Let's be honest. It was the left hook. It was the skills. All right? Ryan Garcia, if you look at his body, and we know Ryan Garcia just like we know Devin Haney, just like we know every other fighter, high-profile fighters, Ryan Garcia was in the worst shape of his career. Let's be real, let's be honest. And Devin Haney knew what was coming because it was Devin Haney that said that Ryan Garcia is a one-trick pony. If you know he's a one-trick pony, how the fuck you getting tricked by the one-trick pony if you know where that trick is coming? Huh? So the instructions was bad. The instructions to sue made Devin Haney look weak, right? So now Bill Haney, shout out to Bill Haney, man, he got confidence. He got confidence, and he also got to build the confidence of Devin Haney as well. Because maybe Devin Haney maybe lost confidence. We could tell that he didn't have confidence versus Jose Ramirez. But also, who gave Devin Haney the instructions for him to run against Jose Ramirez? Bill Haney publicly already stated that he gave the instructions to Devin Haney to fight like that. So Bill Haney has done a wonderful job to put his son in position to accomplish great things, to garner great paydays. But in the term of why Devin Haney looks weak and get heavily criticized, it's because the instructions of Bill Haney as of late in the past year. Y'all agree or disagree? Y'all agree or disagree? Because if Devin, you take out the lawsuit, and it wouldn't be a stretch of 4 months or 5 months of everybody crucifying him. There was even, legendary fighters, UFC fighters, people that respected Devin Haney, Josh Taylor, what's his name, Jackson from the UFC. Everybody was on Devin Haney, not because he got beaten up, but because of the lawsuit. But that was Bill Haney that was suing in the name of Devin Haney. Do you understand what I'm saying? That wasn't a good look. Him running is not a good look, because look what Turkey Al Sheikh just tweeted the other day. Hold on. Y'all already know, man. We've been talking about this shit. Is it this? From this point on, I don't want to see any more Tom and Jerry type of boxing matches where one fighter is running around the ring and the other is chasing him. We can no longer support these kinds of fights where Reha season and the ring. We want to support fighters who leave it all in the ring and fight with heart and pride. And Bill Haney, shout out to Bill Haney, not Devin Haney. Devin Haney didn't say this. See, now Bill Haney is the mouthpiece 24/7 for Devin Haney. And he's doing a wonderful job to keep Devin Haney's name in everybody's mouth, whether it's positive or negative. Is engagement, and it is what it is. But it was Bill Haney who instructed his son to run, and now we all know that the poster boy of running is Devin Haney. It's not William Skull, even though that William Skull was running as well. But it's not William Skull because we don't give a damn about William Skull. We ain't know him before, and we don't even want to know him now. We don't give a damn about William Skull. I swear, come on, y'all. When we heard that Canelo Alvarez is going to be fighting William Skull, who he was mandatory before the Edgar Berlanga fight, man, even the hardcores of the hardcores, we was Googling like crazy. We was like, William Skull? Yeah, that Canelo Alvarez is mandated to fight William Skull? Yeah, Punch, man, you a hardcore boxing fan. Who's William Skull? Hold on. Yeah, I think I heard of William. Hold on. And I was Googling like, yeah, hold on. Yeah, I think I seen a fight with William Skull. And we was all trying to pretend like we hardcore boxing fan. We didn't know who the fuck William Skull was. We like this. William Skull. Hold on. You know how on the YouTube motherfuckers like to debate like this. You know why? Hold on. I'm gonna show you how motherfuckers like to debate. Hold on. Motherfuckers like in the YTBC like to debate like this. And they want to sound smart, like, yeah, I know William Skull. Yeah. And they be like this. And what they doing is Googling, because they don't know who the fuck William Skull was. They were like, okay, William Skull. Yeah, I seen William Skull before. I know. And then they go to Wiki and they go, yeah, I know William Skull. Yeah, William Skull turned pro. Yeah, in 2016 and won the first 22 fights of his career. Yeah, man. By 2024, he was listed as the mandatory challenger to Canelo Alvarez. Y'all already know that, right? Yeah, man. He was ranked number 2 and stuff. Let me tell you like this. If you catch a bunch of motherfuckers in this community like this without the face, and they trying to sound all smart and shit, man, they Googling like crazy. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. They're like this, Googling and stuff like that, acting like they smart, like they know it all. Like, yeah. They like this. And they debating and stuff like that. Man, cut that camera on, bro. We don't know who the fuck William Skull was, bro. Not even the Cubans know who William Score was. Man, I was asking the Cubans. I was asking Yoeli Hernandez. I was asking Ugas. ¿Tú conoces a William Score? ¿Y quién es ese nene? Yo no lo conozco. Pero no ha visto. William Score. No, yo sé, no. Hey, yo, I remember, bro, I did a live. Hey, yo, I did a live. You remember I did a live, folks? And we was trying to figure out who's William Score. And I Googled William Score. And no lie, bro. William Score at the time when we Google him. This before Canelo Alvarez fought Edgar Berlanga. William Score had 200 Twitter followers. And when his name popped up, they showed William Shakespeare Score. You know when you know the rankings in Google, you had to go to the next page to find who William Score was. Not even Google knew who William Score was, bro. We was trying to do research like crazy. So we know that Turkey Out Shake ain't talking about no damn William Score. We don't give a damn about no William Score. The poster boy of running right now is Devin Haney. See, the instructions that Bill Haney of late has given his son is why Devin Haney has been the laughingstock. Now, you minus the carnival situation where he missed the punch when innocent bystander. And I know we don't want to talk about their private life or who you sleep with and shit like that, but we already know about, Young Thug. It's been out there, Young Thug, the baby mama, and hopefully we seen what Devin Haney put on IG. Hopefully he see his kids and stuff like that. Shout out to all the fathers, man. I don't like these vindictive baby mamas not trying to get your attention by not letting your kids see you, man. These scoochies got to stop doing that, man. And I, to be honest, man, I want to run for president, for real. I want to run for city council or something, a senator or something like that, because I be putting these bitches in jail, bro. If you've been a father since day one and this chick is trying to take you to court, you know what I'm saying, and I see your son, I put her in jail. I think women should be put in jail like that. I got to be real, got to be honest. Yeah, man. For real. Just vote for me. I'm telling y'all, vote. You got my vote. Yo, vote for me, bro. For real. Y'all gotta vote for your boy Punch, man. For real. I'm gonna run. I'm really gonna run for public service. You know what I'm saying? Take these bitches for caso cerrado. We're gonna take them to caso cerrado. Caso cerrado. Mira, hijo de puta, ¿por qué tú no estás dejando a ese hombre? Está con los hijos. Usted va para la cárcel por 15 años, malditas putas. Caso cerrado. Hey, yo, I'm sorry for the English speaking folks. There's a bilingual channel, so I know y'all not gonna understand. Caso cerrado. That's like Judge Judy but the Spanish version. You know what I'm saying? Wait, he isn't with his BM anymore. So you already know. Any boxing, the whole world saw that coming. The whole world saw that coming. Whole world saw that coming. But you know what? I don't wish that on nobody, bro. For real. I mean, we all joked and stuff like that, but in the end of the day, F that chick, bro. If she not letting Devin Haney see his kid, man, F that scoochie. You know what I'm saying? But he knew what he was getting himself into, man. He knew that. But at the end of the day, whatever. That was last year's shit. Right? Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. But Bill Haney has really given Devin Haney not so good of a reputation. Now, let me tell you like this, how they got a little bit back. Devin Haney now is not looking as bad because of one man. Devin Haney was taking a beat, and I'm taking from April 20th, he took a beat from Ryan Garcia, and from that day on, he's been taking the beat from every content creator. He's been taking the beat from the pundits, from fighters, from Twitter holders, IG, even Mason, everybody was laughing at Devin Haney. And the credibility that Devin Haney got right now, everything slowed down, because even with Jose Ramirez, he was running. He was still, even after May 2nd, he was still getting it. The man that brought respect back to the Devin Haney brand, unfortunately, Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez has brought back the respect in the Devin Haney name. I'm not saying that he was disrespected the whole way, but Teofimo Lopez not signing to fight Devin Haney has now slowed down the criticism of Devin Haney, because now it looked like Devin Haney was winning to fight Teofimo Lopez. He signed, ready for the smoke, even after the performance with Jose Ramirez. And Teofimo Lopez now was the one that's getting the criticism for not fighting Devin Haney. The guy that, this is the reason why I want Teofimo Lopez to fight Devin Haney. Because it's always Devin Haney gets his props on behalf or the mishaps or whatever of Teo, the young undisputed champion in the lightweight division. That was supposed to be Teo, but the WBC franchise. Teofimo Lopez had the WBC franchise and went to George Kambosos. Devin Haney took the belt. He beat George Kambosos, and he took that WBC franchise that everybody hated in the boxing community, and he threw it in the trash. To this day, think about this, folks. Everybody crucified the WBC for the WBC franchise. Devin Haney put the WBC franchise to rest. We haven't heard from the WBC franchise. The belt don't exist anymore because of Devin Haney. See, people would rather have Teofimo Lopez when he got that belt, threw it in the trash. But you see, that's still making, right? Devin Haney being George Kambosos when Teofimo Lopez lost to George Kambosos, making Teofimo Lopez look bad because there was always attached. So they'd be like, oh, then Devin Haney is better than Teo because he beat George Kambosos and Teo lost to George Kambosos. It's the perception. It is what it is. It's the perception. I think that Teofimo Lopez will whoop Devin Haney from pillar to post. But guess what? I can't even brag about that right now. I can't even, folks, I can't even say it right now. Because my guy Teofimo Lopez is not fighting Devin Haney. I can't even brag. It's the first time, damn it, that I can't brag in damn 6 years. I can't. I got to keep it real. I got to keep it honest. I believe that Teofimo Lopez signed the contract. He will whoop Devin Haney. I believe that. But he got to believe that. He got to sign. I can't take his hand and sign the deal. We go for. I got no bragging rights with that. I got it. And you know what? I'm not going to create a narrative either. I got too much of integrity. We've been talking about this fight for 6-7 years. Yo, let me tell you like this, folks. I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it honest, bro. Bro, the way that I fight for Teo, shit, man, I get blackballed, bro. Ask anybody. Hey, ask Top Rank people why I'm blackballed from Top Rank. Man, I was going back and forth with Leonard Ellaby and stuff like that because I believe that Teofimo Lopez was the A side around that time when he beat Vasily Lomachenko. We was talking about a potential fight with Teo and Gervonta Tan Davis. I was going Twitter back and forth with Leonard Ellaby and stuff like that. Man, then as soon as I started going back and forth with Leonard Ellaby, I ain't never got no media credentials for PBC. I didn't get media credentials for PBC. So damn, me fighting for and me, I was going at Top Rank, Top Rank. Nah, Teofimo Lopez. Y'all promised him that he was gonna make this type of money versus Vasily Lomachenko. You ain't giving the type of money. Damn, man, why you ain't won the purse bid? Man, come on, man. Y'all ain't treating Teofimo Lopez. Y'all just mad that he beat y'all golden goose for Vasily Lomachenko. Hey, I got blackballed from Top Rank. I never got a media credential after. I only got what was it? The Shakur Stevenson versus Yoshino. But after that, you know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez was going at Top Rank. Me as a supporter, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going at Top Rank. They say, F you punch, you ain't never going to get. Evan Cohen was like, you ain't going to give me no damn media credential. Shit. All because I fight for Teo. Because I'm a supporter. But guess what? Who's getting the hit? I'm also getting the hit. You understand what I'm trying to say, folks? Some people right now listening like, damn, punch for real? Damn, you got to slow down, bro. Damn, punch. I was getting blackballed. I was getting ousted. I didn't go to the Josh Taylor fight. No. I haven't got PBC. Y'all already know that. He told me, what's his name? Leonard Ellaby told somebody in PBC and stuff like that. People in the PBC told me what it was. Because I was trying to find out why the fuck I'm not getting media credential for PBC no more. Then somebody whispered to my ears and be like, hey, yo, you remember you had this thing going on, Punch, you just gotta, boxing is a small world and you gotta be careful things that you say and who you want to go to battle with, because it is what it is. Tio got you out here. He said, Craig said, Tio got, hey, yo, I'm keeping it real. Tio knows I'm back both from Top Rank. The whole family knows that shit. Because I believe in the takeover. I believe in the talent. I believe in his worth. I do believe that they wasn't fair in paying him as well. I do believe that, right? So think about it. If we go year and year, and me as a Teofimo Lopez supporter is saying, yo, Tio, I'm with you, man. You earn that money. Earn that money. Teofimo Lopez publicly says, hey, yo, I haven't got paid more than $1 million. Teofimo Lopez said that. Even though that, Tio, we know that you made more than $1 million, but that's the perception. Once you put out there, most of the people, we're going to argue and debate and have dialogues about what's in the surface. Let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to all the boxing content creators. I got beef for nobody. All right? I got no beef for no man that does what we do out here. You know what I'm saying? How you build your fan base, your subscribers, and shit like that. This is, and I'm gonna tell you one of the most difficult things. And when I was chopping it up with Blue Blood Sports TV, and I told Blue Blood Sports TV this in a panel with his co-host, it was a bunch of us and shit like that, right? And I said the difficult thing is that we also in a position to know what goes behind the scenes in certain, individuals, certain, affiliations that we have. That when we out here in the panel and try to talk about something that we know the answer behind the scenes, but y'all won't understand it, it's like y'all not gonna give it the benefit of the doubt because 98% of y'all don't know what we're really talking about. Shut the fuck up, Punch. You already know. Man, shut up, Punch. Man, he ducking, bro. Yo, shut up, Punch, man. He wasn't like that. So I gotta debate and I gotta argue and I gotta bring forth what's in the surface. So when Teofimo Lopez, this is the reason why people are mad at Teofimo Lopez and this is the reason why Teofimo Lopez is not getting the benefit of the doubt for ducking Devin Haney. This is the reason why he's not getting the benefit of the doubt. This is the reason why people don't want to understand that he did sign a 3-fight deal, and they didn't honor his contract, right? He was supposed to get $11.5 million in his second fight, and boom, they didn't honor that. They brought Devin Haney to the table for his second fight, and they try to cut his pay and try to give him $8 million, right? And people are saying, but yo, okay, fuck that $8.5 million. You just told the whole world just not more than a year ago, you was on It Is What It Is with Cameron and Mace, and you said that you never made more than $800,000. So nobody's feeling sorry for Teofimo Lopez. Now that they heard that he was going to get $8 million to fight Devin Haney, nobody is feeling sorry for him because for years and years and years, Teofimo Lopez was crucifying Bob Arum, Top Rank, because he wasn't getting paid. He was crucifying everybody because he wasn't getting paid. He even said recently, hey, yo, Devin Haney and Gervonta Tan Davis and Ryan Garcia, man, they getting paid $5 million minimum. So, yo, Teofimo Lopez also pocket watching his contemporaries. That's also igniting his frustration as well because he's like, yo, I got more accomplishment than y'all. How the fuck y'all getting paid more than me? $8 million now. $8 million doesn't. Well, I'm getting paid the same and I got more accomplishment. How Ryan Garcia getting paid more than me? How the fuck does Rolly Romero got paid more than me in the same card in the main second? Rolly Romero's getting paid more than Teofimo Lopez. So Teofimo Lopez is pocket watching and shit like that. Nah, get the fuck out of here. You're getting paid this, and then y'all want me to take this, and now you're cutting my pay when I'm the one that performed good and stole the show on May 2nd. What the fuck is going on? I understand the frustration. But once you say the public that you ain't make more than $1 million, and now there's $8 million on the table to fight Devin Haney that's not even going to give you a nosebleed, my nigga. Devin Haney ain't not going to give Teofimo Lopez a nosebleed. So I was like, yo, man, Tio, man, just sign that shit. Get out the way, man. Get that $8 million. Secure that $8 million. Ain't nothing promised tomorrow. Think about the kiddos too, because you don't know what may happen. If you fight August 16th, you get $8 million. And God forbid something happens to you on August 18th. At least you left money, generational wealth to your kids. You can't play around with that type of money. Come on, man. You don't play with that type of money. You don't, and you know why I say you don't play around with that type of money? And I'm not saying that a person should not feel what they're worth. It's wrong for us or wrong for anybody, even Stephen Brown, Josue, Craig Wilson, Truth Always, Karate Kid was good, Bentley, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Dwayne, it's not fair for any person nobody has the right to tell you your own value, especially when you know that you put in the work for something, right? It's not my job to go to your job and tell your supervisor, your job, or your CEO how much you're worth. Imagine if I go to your job and say, hey, yo, man, how much you get paid? How much you get paid, Josue? And Josue tells me, now I'm getting paid, you know what I'm saying, $110,000 a year. And I go to a supervisor, he ain't worth that. Nah, man, he ain't worth that. And let's say that Josue Rizzo's asking for a raise. And they be like, man, we just gonna give you $112,000 a year. Come on, man. Nah, he ain't worth that. Nah, man. Come on, man. Anybody could do that job, right? You will feel like you will feel like I'm disrespecting y'all, right? This is what we do to fighters. This is what we do to fighters. He ain't worth that. He ain't no A side, B side. He ain't so shit. Man, he ain't worth no. Man, take that $8 million, man. Yeah, just like we thought that Dave Chappelle, a bunch of people, remember the news, CNN and NBC, and everybody was calling, 80% of the people was calling Dave Chappelle a crackhead. He went to Africa. They was calling him a crackhead. He's mentally ill and stuff like that because he ain't take the $50 million of Comedy Central, and then he came right back up and he's the most wealthy comedian. Because sometimes we think we know the answers, but in all actuality, we not in their business. This is not our business. We are sport fans. We watch them go to work. Our job is not to tell them that they're worth this and they're that, because you wouldn't like Tio to go to your job and tell your supervisor how much you're worth. And when you asking for a raise or you already signed, let's say, come on, put it this way. Let's turn the tables around. Let's turn it around, because this is a humbling as well. Because we're here to preserve the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. We're here to understand. We're here to educate. I also want to be educated. We got to be fair. Because at the end of the day, they risking their life for our entertainment purposes. Let's be fair. This is their job. We are witnessing what they do when they go to work, right? Now, imagine you go to an interview. You applied for this job. You know that section that said how much you got paid, you know, in your job before and how much you willing to get paid now. And you be like, that's the hardest question, right? When you file for application, you be like, God damn, I feel I deserve like $1 million a year. $1 million every 2 weeks, shit like that. But you try to be, you know what I'm saying? You want to be realistic. You be like, I was getting $25 an hour. I ain't put $45 to negotiate that shit. You know what I'm saying? How about you go to your interview? You get the second interview. You go to orientation. They say we're going to pay you $50 an hour. You was looking for 45. They said we're going to pay you $50 an hour, right? Let's say that. And then that was an interview and stuff like that. You got the job. You go to orientation, right? You go to orientation and you're about to start. Okay, you're going to start on Monday, on Tuesday. Orientation is on Monday. And they tell you that they're going to pay you $35 an hour. How would you feel? Everybody in the chat. They tell you when you got the job, they're going to pay you $50 an hour. You go to orientation. You start making plans. You're looking at your bills. And they said they're going to pay you $35 an hour. But you was making in your last job $20 an hour. How would you feel? How would you feel? Is that a good example? You went for the job. You was getting $20 an hour, right? You was getting $20 an hour before you apply for the job. You apply for the job. You was looking maybe for 35, 40 or something like that. They give you 50. Then you got hired for $50 an hour. And then you go to orientation and they say, okay, there's going to be that you're going to get paid every week $35 an hour. How would you feel? And you signed everything. You signed. That's it. You signed the paperwork. Yeah. I got the job. I'm going to start on Monday. We go to orientation, bomb, W2 form, everything. Boom. Taxes, whatever your dependents or whatever, right? You feel like, wait. Guys, we signed for this. We signed that I was going to get paid $50 an hour. What was going on with this $35 an hour? I applied for this job. You know what I'm saying? You said you're going to pay me $50 an hour. There's a job that was going to pay me that was paying $45 an hour anyway on the website. Why y'all giving me $35 an hour? You can't trust them, right? You're going to be like, man, I don't like this job, man. This is a bunch of liars and shit like that. Well, that's what happened to Tio. Do you understand? Do you understand him? Or no, you should be like, also, or a person should tell you, let's say Craig or Karate Kid, man, you was getting paid $20 an hour, man. Take that $35 an hour and shut the fuck up. Let me say it again. I'm gonna say just like to y'all, like we say it to them. Yo, Tio, come on, man. Stop bugging, man. Fight Devin Haney, man. Fuck that. Take that $8 million. Come on, man. Tio, come on. Come on, man. You never made that type of money. For me, that's a shame. That's a disrespect at the end of the day. Just because you never made, just because you agreed on getting $50 million, right? You was getting paid $20 million before, and then they try to hit you with $30 an hour. But you were supposed to get $50 an hour. But then why are we shaming people like that? Give me a second. Right? Would you take $30 an hour and get 4 weeks of vacation or 30 hours? I mean, I don't want to do the math right now, man. I was bad at math for real, man. Well, when I see numbers, I'll be like this. I only like the numbers was in a dollar, you know what I'm saying, or the bank account. Don't give me no percentages and shit like that. See, I remember I was passing. I took all my math courses by the 10th grade because I didn't want to do that shit in the 11th or 12th grade or something like that. You should do more afternoon shows, Punch. I should? Let me know. I should do more afternoon shows? To be honest, I would if I get the support. Now, to be, self-production. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Should I do more afternoon, morning shows? I would. Because to be honest, I don't even know when to go live. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I get the support, I would sacrifice. I will really do the afternoon, to be honest. I would do 11 o'clock Eastern time. Self-production said absolutely. But all right, look, we got 101 people. We had 115 people. We fluctuating, right? We in the hundreds, right? We in the hundreds. All right. Let's make a deal, y'all. Let's make a deal. I will sacrifice and do the live because for 6 years I've been doing lives in the night, right? I will sacrifice and do it live, but y'all gotta support when I go live. I don't want to go live on Monday afternoon, 11 p.m. and heading to the afternoon, and there's only 50 people. Y'all leaving me hanging, or I just stay in the nighttime. You feel me? Let me know. Outline in the building. What's good, bro? One of the members. Daddy said, I prefer morning. Pause. I'll be on anytime you live. That's what I'm talking. See that? See Craig? See Craig? Cool. Yo, Punch. I'm rocking with you whatever time, my nigga. Hey, yo, anytime you got beef, I'm with you, bro. I'm gonna support you at any time, and I'm gonna have a fight with your ass, huh? Cause you my nigga, Punch. That's what I'm talking about, bro. He said I'm rocking with you anytime, bro. 3 o'clock in the morning, you go live, I'm with you, bro. Even like this. I get notification. I'll smash the light, yo, Punch. I'm just showing you live. I gotta go back to sleep. I'm smashing the light, boy. Hey, yo, but let's go with the building. What's good? But let's talk about this. Let's talk about the left hook. Let's be real. Let's be real. Does Devin Haney truly want this work? Think about it. I said in the list, if y'all catch it on right now, in the list, the Devin Haney list, this is Bill Haney. Bill Haney put on the list. Let's go through it right away. Let's scratch it out. All right. Teofimo Lopez declined to fight Devin. Shakur Stevens is going to be fighting William Cepeda. Gervonta St. Davis is going to be fighting Lamar Roach. Jerome Booth ended going to 154. Brian Norman Jr. is a realistic option. Mario Barry is going to be fighting Manny Pacquiao. Scratch that. Keyshawn Davis, he's just moving up to 140. Scratch that. He's not going to 147 because Devin Haney's going to 147. Rolando Romero going to be elevated as the WBA regular champion because Jerome Booth has vacated his belt. So boom, that's realistic for Devin Haney. Brian Norman Jr., Rolly Romero, Conor Ben is coming from 160 pounds. He's going to go to 154. He's not going to come back down 2 weight classes. That's just going to destroy his health, his career. We already know what happened to Kell Brook when Kell Brook did that. That's not going to happen. He's going to go to 154, and it's good for Conor Ben to go to 154 because that's a stacked division, and that's the landmine division. Ryan Garcia's injury, he has surgery. So the realistic list, and we got to add Richardson Hitchens because Bill Haney did say that he's honorable mention. But if we got Brian Norman Jr. and Rolando Romero, Devin Haney could fight for a world title, right? Devin Haney's already ranked number 1 in the WBC. Could he wait for the winner of Mario Barrios and Manny Pacquiao? Yes, but Devin Haney should be back in the ring by late summer, September. So Brian Norman Jr. and Rolly Romero is the best option on the table right now, unless Teofimo Lopez, if the deal's still on the table, he signs that fight with Devin Haney. But for right now, we understand that Teofimo Lopez don't want to fight Devin Haney right now. So boom, let's stick with Brian Norman Jr., Rolando Romero, and Richardson Hitchens because Richardson Hitchens did call out Devin Haney in the post-fight interview. Those 3 ended, or their highlight of their last fight was all left hooks. Is Devin Haney ready for the Brian Norman Jr. left hook? Yes or no? If Devin Haney ready for Rolly Romero's left hook? Because it was the left hook of Rolly Romero that it was the highlight of March 2nd anyway. The only highlight reel was Rolly Romero putting down Ryan Garcia with the left hook. The knockout that paralyzed George Kambosos was the left hook to the body. It was it's a chopping right hand followed with the left hook. So the left hook is the kryptonite to Devin Haney's jab. Devin Haney has a great jab. The reason why he is not, look, I'm going to tell you like this. The running is one thing. Devin Haney abandoning his number 1 arsenal, his number 1 weapon, is a big problem. And that's what a lot of people is not talking about. That's what a lot of people is not talking about. They talking about Devin Haney running. Cool. Crack jokes all day long, whatever. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt that they were trying to secure the bag with Ryan Garcia. The eye-opening to me is that Devin Haney, the thing that I don't see him having confidence is that everybody in the community, everybody with a boxing eye, everybody that's been following Devin Haney since the amateur to today, that his weapon, what makes Devin Haney good outside of his footwork, is the jab. He has abandoned the jab because he's scared to throw the jab because it was the jab that was getting countered by the left hook. Is Devin Haney ready for Brian Norman Jr.? Left hook. Is Devin Haney ready for even Rolly Romero's left hook? Is Devin Haney ready for a superior boxer right now because he got great momentum in Richardson Hitchens? These are the realistic opponent for Teofimo Lopez right now. I mean, for Devin Haney right now. Is Devin Haney prepared for the left hook of Brian Norman Jr. at 147? Let's not forget, Devin Haney has not fought at 147. He fought a catchweight with Jose Ramirez. I don't see Hitching being much better than Haney myself. Now, okay, now let's talk about this. Let's talk, and I get it. I get it, Karate Kid. You know why I get it? Because maybe are we giving Richardson Hitchens too much credit for beating a George Kambosos that practically lost 4 out of his last 5 fights? Are we giving him too much credit, or because the boxing world lacks so much entertainment that any entertaining we get, we blow out of proportion? That any entertainment that we get, we be like, oh my God, woo, woo. Because let's be real, let's be honest. Boxing, for the most part, doesn't have consistency nor momentum for the most part. That's one of the issues in the sport of boxing as a whole. Is that the high invested fighters don't fight enough, inactivity. Think about it. Look at the fight that was going to happen September 12th. I mean September 13th. Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Bud Crawford. The last time we seen Terence Bud Crawford was last year versus Majumov, and he didn't perform good. The last time Terence Bud Crawford looked like a pound for pound fighter was 2023. We in 2025. We in 2025. That is one of the biggest issues in the sport of boxing, that boxing does not sustain momentum. We had a great 2023 year with Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tan Davis, Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor, Vasily Lomachenko versus Devin Haney, Bud Crawford versus Earl Spence. We had a great year 2023, right? David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andre. We had a wonderful 2023 year. And I said we had Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. We had did we have that? Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. Oh, Amanda Serrano became undisputed 2023 in the super featherweight division. Right? Even the girls. We had Savannah Marshall versus Clarissa Shields. We had Michaela Mayer. I think it was 2023, right? Michaela Mayer versus Alicia Baumgartner. 2023 was practically, we had Naoya Inoue becoming undisputed as well. We had Bam Rodriguez doing his thing as well. 2023 was arguably one of the greatest years in the history of the sport of boxing, and I wish that 2024 was that. Who else? Who else did the thing? Alexander Usyk did his thing as well. He beat Anthony Joshua, right? 2023 was incredible. 2023 also where Turki Al-Sheikh was trying to make his mark. We did not sustain that type of momentum in 2024. We didn't. So now in 2025, one of the biggest issues is inactivity. Earl Spence, one of the high-profile fighters, hasn't been back in the ring. So now and Canelo Alvarez of late hasn't been exciting as well. Let's be real, let's be honest, right? Even though I did like the Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga fight. I did like that fight. And shout out to Edgar Berlanga as well, because a lot of people thought that Edgar Berlanga was going to get knocked out. And I know a lot of people don't be liking Edgar Berlanga because he's flamboyant and he shows his jewelry. He's within the culture. He's talking shit. But let's be real, let's be honest. A lot of people owe him an apology as well, because everybody thought that he was not even going to make it after the 5th round. So he proved a lot of people wrong. He humbled the boxing world. People just mad that people want him to act like he's a loser. And he's because he still got his confidence up. And people just don't like confidence. Let's be real. Let's be honest. I think that's people, it tampers with people's ego. I don't understand why people are like that. Why my confidence got to tamper with your ego? Why, when a fighter is so confident, let him be flamboyant and stuff like that? What does does people always want people to act like losers? Like, come on now. I think that bothers people, confident people. You know what I'm saying? Confident people tampers with people's egos for whatever reason. Your biggest haters are the people around you. The biggest haters are your family members and your quote unquote friends, the people on the block. Don Dada said Edgar Berlanga had good amateur background. He's no slouch. Facts. He no slouch. He not no slouch. I think, to be honest, as confident that Bill Haney is, I don't know if Devin Haney have shown that he's highly confident, or Devin Haney trusts his father so much that he is like a robot and does whatever Bill Haney says, which is, as a trainer, you want to listen to instructions, and that's good. I mean, look, he took him from where he at right now, right? From where he started to where he at right now. You know what I'm saying? But I think even leading up to the Ryan Garcia fight, I think that Bill is more confident. Bill is the one out here speaking for Devin, which is okay. It's DHP. It's a duo as they do this together, right? But I want to hear Devin Haney more. I'm not saying that, look, listen to me. I'm not saying that Bill should stay quiet or get pushed to a side. I just want to hear Devin with the same energy as Bill, because I'm looking at everything right now. And shout out to Bill. I love the way that Bill is promoting. I don't give a damn if y'all don't like Bill or not. Y'all fans of Bill. Y'all appreciate Bill. Y'all understand Bill. All that. Bill is doing his job. But it's getting to the point where we're watching Bill going back and forth with Teo. Bill going back and forth with Richardson Hitchens. Is Bill on Thursday that's in the press conference arguing with Richardson Hitchens? But where's Devin? Is Bill going to the fight and he's trying to get under the skin of Richardson Hitchens? Not Devin. Is Bill going to the gym where Richardson Hitchens is at? Is Bill going to New York City, to the Brooklyn Bridge, looking for Teofimo Lopez? It's not Devin. It's getting, and I said this several days ago, almost a week ago, that DHP, in my opinion, is becoming Bill Haney, and the co-star is becoming Devin Haney. So I think it's getting, not the talk is getting carried away. Not the transparency, because he's the most transparent boxing personnel in the sport of boxing. Like, we don't have Keith Connolly, we don't have David McWaters, we don't have Jay Prince talking to us. Is a blessing that Bill Haney chops it up with us. That doesn't matter if you got 100,000 subscribers, 300,000 subscribers, a million. Look, put it this way: Bill could be talking to Showbiz the Adult, the pound for pound #1 YouTube channel right now, and then he's talking to Rapstar Boxing Knowledge, 4 a.m. You know what I'm saying? That got 9, or what? I think the Rapstar got like 9 or 10,000 subscribers, something like that. It don't matter. He'll talk, and then he'll come to Punch Drunk Boxing. He'll go to 78. He'll go to Blue. He'll go to the Boxing Voice. He go to everybody, right? Doesn't matter. Doing a wonderful job. But when he's going back and forth with the fighters, Devin got to be there as well, because Devin is the fighter. See, put it this way. Let's say in Punch Drunk Boxing, we had Bill, we had Teo, and then we had Senior. Wouldn't it have been better if we had Bill and Devin going at it with Senior and Teo right here, instead of just Bill and Senior and Teo? Where's Devin? It's looking like, to be honest, it's Bill versus Richardson Hitchens. It's Bill Haney versus Teo. Bill is checking Teo. Bill is checking Hitchens. Bill is going back and forth. I really want to see now Devin get in the mix. What y'all feel? Bill and Paulie. But forget about it, it's the potential fighters, right? It's the potential fighter. Bill ain't going at it more with Shakur. Look at this. Bill going back and forth for Ryan more than Devin and Ryan going. Bill and Ryan have the dialogue. It's Bill and Ryan, the story. Remember in the media workout, it was Bill and Ryan talking shit to one another. It's not, where's Devin? So in actuality is Bill has taken the baton. Is Devin ready to cash the check that Bill Haney is writing? Is Bill Haney now, after the hiccup of Ryan Garcia, going to lead Devin Haney to succeed, or would he lead him to what happened versus Ryan Garcia? Because even with the loss of Ryan Garcia, I'm going to tell you right here, I have more respect of the way that Devin Haney lost to Ryan Garcia than how he won versus Jose Ramirez. I have more respect the way that Devin Haney lost to Ryan Garcia than the way that he won versus Jose Ramirez. For me, that fight was just as good as a loss. That fight was just as good as a loss. It had nothing good coming out of it. Nothing good. It didn't answer none of the questions that we had of Devin Haney getting back into the ring. Getting back into the ring, is Devin Haney going to be mentally there? There was fighters that felt like Devin Haney needed a year off, and guess what? Devin Haney did take a year off. Deluxe in the building was good. Bang bang in the building was good. Always in the building. Devin Haney, was it or this is Bill? Bill was taking the heat because Bill got the thick skin to take the heat for Devin. So all of a sudden, while Devin Haney was running, nah, it was me that instructed Devin. No. It is me that was suing that maybe Bill is taking the heat because he could take the heat. And maybe Bill was always around here because he could go back and forth. He got the how you say it? The gift of gab to go back and forth. And he protects Devin Haney because he doesn't have the gift of gab. Maybe he protects his son because maybe it was his son that wanted to sue. Said everybody was getting on Devin Haney. Nah, it was me. I'm the one that planned on suing Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya. It wasn't really my son. He just signed off on it. It was my idea. It was my idea that made my son. I gave my son the instructions for him to run. And guess what? We giving Bill the benefit of the doubt. Is he protecting Devin Haney at the same time that he's throwing him in the wolves? Is Devin Haney, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the chat right now. For being honest, we got the eye for talent. We are the hardcore boxing fans. We're not the casual. Is Devin Haney prepared for Brian Norman Jr. in the 147-pound division? Yes or no? Does Devin Haney look confident? Does Devin Haney got a good output? And this is the versus of Jose Ramirez, a shot fighter. That's the reason why it's Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez was tailor-made for Devin Haney. Jose Ramirez was tailor-made for Devin Haney to look absolutely wonderful. Because Jose Ramirez looked shitty ever since he got whooped by Josh Taylor. Jose Ramirez been looking shitty. This was easy work for Devin Haney. Easy work. I agree with Teofimo Lopez Sr. in the sense that I think that Devin Haney needs another fight. And I still think that it's early enough that we could get a fight, not even 12 months from now, that we could see a Devin versus a Teo, a Devin versus a Brian, or Devin versus, even if Ryan Garcia gets shit together. And you know what I'm saying? That's still a rematch that I want to see. Christina said Brian left hook was sleep Debo. See, this left hook right here is a bigger left hook. Is a more dangerous left hook. It's a left hook that got momentum. It's a polished left hook. It's a hungry left hook. You know what I like about when fighters are fighting great fights at this stage of their career? It's because Brian Norman Jr. is still not that millionaire. He's still hungry. See, it's almost like when Teo fought Lomachenko. He didn't get $1 million. He wasn't a millionaire. Still hungry. A lot of fighters, even look at Gervonta Tank Davis before he was making millions and millions. He was hungry. He was fighting hungry. He was throwing the jab. I don't know if Devin is ready for Brian Norman Jr. I think Devin Haney could be ready for Mario Barrios. I think Devin Haney is ready for Mario Barrios. I think Devin Haney is ready for Arnold Barbosa. I think Devin Haney is ready, maybe ready. Keyshawn is 135, moving on 140. So let's talk about 147. Look, 147 is not a stacked division, right? Let's look at the rankings for the Is he ready for Manny? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if he's ready. Look. In the welterweight division, I think Devin Haney could beat Stanionis. I think Devin Haney could. If we wanted Devin Haney to fight another, like a tune-up, right? Just to get prepared for 147, right? Because he haven't made 147 yet. Alexis Rocha will be a good tune-up fight. If we're looking for a tune-up, they don't want a tune-up. But let's say a tune-up. Alexis Rocha, Giovanni Santilla, right? Karen Chika. How about that? Karen Chika. Huh? How about the dude that Boots Ennis fought twice? How about Devin Haney versus Karen Chika? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. What about Devin Haney versus Chika? Norman Jr. is a different animal stamina. Brian Norman Jr. made me a believer in that. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I wasn't invested in Brian Norman Jr. like that, to be honest. I wasn't invested in Brian Norman Jr. like that. I didn't, you know. Yo, even Sean Haney know how to talk his trash better than Devin Haney. Even Sean Haney know how to talk more trash than Devin. Let me see this. Hey yo, to be honest, hey yo, I like Sean Haney, bro. See, let me, and this is what I'm talking about. Sean Haney know how to talk more trash than Devin. You know that Sean be with Bill all the time. See, Sean Haney, and I could tell because when I seen them yelling at Richards and Hitches in the fight, Sean Haney know how to talk trash. I like Sean Haney. Sean Haney know how to talk trash. But in the end of the day, he's not gonna fight Devin. Sean know how to talk his shit. I like Sean. I like Sean. Sean is just like Bill, bro. I like Sean, bro. I think, yo, you gotta keep Sean around. Gotta keep Sean around. Cause Sean, I'm gonna tell you like this. You know what Sean remind me of now? Now that I'm seeing videos and stuff like that, seeing him in the arena, Sean remind me of that. Like we all the old heads in the block, and he's like that the young crazy necio. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to say it in English. How you say necio in Spanish and in English? If y'all know what I'm talking about, necio. Como se tigre necio. The young one, the crazy young one that talk man shit about everybody, and always the old heads want to fight him and shit like that. And there got to be another old head to be like, hey, yo, you chill young, and then you got to fight for the kid because he's young. You know what I'm saying? I was that guy in my crew. That's why I could relate to Shaw, because I'm the youngest in my crew. Necio, is necio the stubborn? Or maybe it has another, tiene otro sentido, ¿verdad? Fight Fury Films. Stubborn, necio. Because necio is a dude necio that he be bugging out, he be bothering you and stuff like that. Stubborn, necio. Sean Haney is the future teller. Nah, Sean, I like Sean. Sean I like the way he trash talk. I like his energy. Not even Bill Haney Jr. has Sean's energy. See, Sean Haney is the guy that keeps you young. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody gotta have that. You know, when you got your peoples, you know what I'm saying? You still gotta have that young energy. You know what I'm saying? Around you as well. You feel me? But see, he's going back and forth. I'm saying what we need Devin to go back and forth. I don't know if Devin got the gift of gab to go back and forth like that. Look at Manny. Ay, Manny. Mira Manny, coño, mira Manny. Look at Manny. All right, Manny. Let's go, Manny. Coño, Manny. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, Manny. Y'all love Manny Pacquiao, bro. I love Manny. Y'all love Manny Pacquiao, bro.
Do you try and keep a restriction on the people that...
Oh, this is my guy. This is my guy, bro. Yo, Chris Eubank Sr. is one of the funniest dudes in boxing. So my son, yes. I'm the best. I am a legend. I'm Chris Eubank Sr. is funny. But yeah, man, the potential matchup at 109. Look, let's talk about this. I know a lot of y'all going to disagree. I know it. But Punch Run Boxing is going to say it right now. I know y'all going to get mad. Let me put it right here. Let me write it right here. I know y'all going to get mad at your boy Punch, but we got to have this dialogue. Let's have this dialogue in the chat. All right? I'm making a statement right now. Folks. Ooh, people gonna get tight. All right, folks. This is my statement. Ladies and gentlemen. This is my statement. Hold on. Put this right here. Boom. Crawford is the A side, not Canelo. What you talking about, Punch? Fight Fury Films con la ofrenda, con los 20 pesos. Finally today, I got the super chatty party cake today. Thank you for the donations. Donation. I thought it was a trash can. Look at that, man. He said la ofrenda están cheapy hoy. Están la cheapy, gente. What happened? You cheapy today, my friends? Ain't no good. We here for an hour and 30 minutes. I make $20 an hour. It's no good. Come on. What happened? Donation. All right? Smash the like button. Super chatty party K. Okay? Es cash apping right here, my friends. Okay? Que somos pobres aquí. Look at the kids is hungry now. Need to buy some Chinese food today. For lunch. Come on, it's lunch special right now. From 12 to 3 o'clock, I could buy good Chinese food for la familia. Mira, están ahí. No school today. Chinese food. Good looking out, man. Appreciate you, my brother. All right, folks. Crawford is the A side, not Canelo. Say in the building was good, man. Don't get mad. Listen to me, folks. Don't get mad. This is not a diss on Canelo Alvarez. The fourth, pork fry, Hey, kids, you want a Chinese food? Esta gente que no están dando nada. They don't get super chari party over here. No cash up. Wait a minute, okay, niño. Wait a minute. Finish watching General Hospital and stuff like that. Wait till we finish. But anyway, or watch Maury. But I'm the father. Oíste. Anyway, do they still have Maury? I remember I used to cut school and go to Maury shows. We used to get free pizza going to the Maury show. We had like 3. Anyway, let's talk about boxing. Rohan Polanco, bang bang. Rohan Polanco versus Brian Norman Jr. That's a good fight right there. El Dominicano, el Platanero, Manguco, los 3 golpes, Rohan Polanco, whipping the ass of Brian Norman Jr. You want, but I need Rohan Polanco to talk like to represent for Dominicans, man. I don't like that humble shit. We need to talk our trash, bro. We need to talk our trash. I want Rohan Polanco to be like, hey, Brian Norman Jr., come over here from Japan, all right? Come back to New York City so we can fight aquí, porque I'm Dominican, okay? All right? I hate you with Plátano, estúpido, yes. Man, I bitch, I'm from Atlanta. I don't care if you're from Atlanta, Georgia, what happened? I don't give a fuck, okay? We're going to fight right now. We top it ranky, tell Bobby Arim that we're going to fight, all right? I don't give a fuck. I need that energy, bro. That's the Dominican energy that we need. Shout out to my Dominican fighters. I've been telling y'all folks, shout out to the Dominican fighters, but these Dominicans are too humble for me. I'm Dominican. We rowdy, man. I don't like this little humble shit, bro. See, yes, yo peleo con I fight anybody, you know. If they give me the opportunity, I fight. No. I take the opportunity, okay? That hey, Rohan Polanco, all the Dominican fighters, Michel Rivera, Eury Martinez, hire me, bro. Be like, I won't even be like, yo, I'm giving you an opportunity. Okay, when you give me the opportunity, I take the opportunity, motherfucker. What happened? You don't give me nothing, all right? I take the opportunity, and I take your strappy in the belt, and I put it around my waist. I beat the fuck out of you, and then fucking your beast all the night, all right? Fuck that shit, bitch. That's the energy that I need. That's the energy. That energy from the Dominican fighter, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to sell out Madison Square Garden. Give me that energy, and you're going to sell Madison Square Garden. And that's why there's a lot of there's the great Dominican fighters out there, good Dominican fighters, but we don't have that energy. We need that Ricardo Mayorga. We need that energy. I need Rohan Polanco to be like that. Rohan, man. I'll give you an opportunity. What? Who the fuck do you think I am, man? You think I'm a bone from the street and 42nd Street? Huh? You give me opportunity. I take your opportunity, motherfucker, all right? I don't give a fuck, all right? What happened? Okay? I ain't going to be champion. I'm going to whip your ass in Atlanta, New York City, Boston, wherever you want. I whip it the ass, okay? That's the energy. Yo, I'm telling you, we'll have everybody going. Deluxe said Mayorga was remember when Mayorga was calling he was calling Oscar de la Hoya all the names in the book. Hey, yo, I don't even think that, I feel sorry for those who don't understand Spanish. For all the Spanish speakers right now, nobody could trash talk like Ricardo Mayorga. If y'all understood what Ricardo Mayorga used to talk, y'all will understand Ricardo Mayorga was the best trash talker. of this generation. He was better than Floyd in trash talking. He's better than Conor McGregor in trash talking, bro. He's better than Conor McGregor. Yo, Ricardo Mayorga, if y'all understood the shit that he was telling Fernando Vargas that he was gonna whip his ass with his kids looking at him and his woman, and he was talking about his woman and his kids. He said that, and I'm gonna fuck your girl after the fight. Oh, yo, Ricardo was one of the most disrespectful dudes in boxing. But yo, everybody loved it. Ricardo Mayorga was the most disrespectful dude I seen in boxing, bro. Talk-wise. Hector Camacho was the man too, but I think Ricardo Mayorga was worse. Come on, man. You slap Shane Mosley's woman in the ass. Yo, you was caught. He blowing cigarettes, bro. See, that's when I love boxing, when people was not emotional, bro. When people was not emotional. You remember when fucking Ryan Garcia was drinking the beer and everybody was like, look at him, he's unprofessional, yo. What the hell is Ryan Garcia drinking the beer, man? He's so unprofessional. Man, we used to love all that shit back in the days. We used to love when Mike Tyson told that woman in the interview, said, I don't do interview with you unless I fornicate with you. So I guess you shouldn't. Unless if you wanna, you know. We ain't crucify Mike Tyson. We love that about Mike Tyson. Yo, even when Mike Tyson said something fruity, we was like, hey, yo, you remember what Mike Tyson said? Why don't you come over here and you put me on a straitjacket? Huh? You would never be a man like me. You would never walk in my shoes, all right? Huh? You would never gonna be a man like me. I fuck it till you love me, faggot. And nobody asked Mike Tyson if he was pájaro. Nobody asked Mike Tyson, yo, Mike, you gay? Like, nobody said nothing to Mike. Like, even when Mike says something like, oh, like pause, nobody even said pause back in the day. Nobody said, yo, hey, yo, oh, hey, yo, Mike, what you talking about? Huh? That shit was just, he was on the road. He was on the rant. That's that jail talk. Because that's how you demoralize somebody. That's how you demoralize another man, right? That's how you demoralize another man. Pipe him. He said, I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot. Even Zab Judah was, go back and look at the videos. Even Zab Judah was like, damn, Mike. Shit. Nobody even wanted to check Mike. You know that nobody even asked Mike in an interview and stuff like that. Mr. Michael Tyson, in the press conference, you told the journalist that you was willing to pipe them till they love you. In those, not in those words. Are you part of the Rainbow Army? Like, yo, like nobody never asked Mike Tyson that. Even after that, nobody had the balls. To this day, nobody had the balls to ask Mike, yo, Mike, were you about to do that to that journalist? But now everybody's so mushy now, bro. Everybody's so mushy. Oh my God, Teofimo Lopez said that N-word. He said where the liquor. No, he said the nigger. No, he said the N-word. Fuck Teo. We don't want to see him fight. No, man. Nah, fuck that, bro. Nah. We don't want to see none of the brothers fight Teofimo Lopez. We don't want you to get a payday. Nah, man. You gotta stop that with the N-word. You gotta stop that race shit. Shit, my era is like, yo, whoop his ass for the racist shit. Why you ain't whooping his ass? You supposed to, hey, yo, the whole black community in the YTPC should have been like, yo, Boots, whoop Teofimo Lopez ass, bro. And people, even Boots, even YouTube channels that rock with Boots was like, no, Boots is not going to fight Teo. No, Teo has nothing, we have nothing to gain for Teofimo Lopez to fight Boots. He's not going to get him. I said, look at these pussy motherfuckers and shit like that. What type of boxing fan are you, bro? This is the fan where you could teach somebody a lesson and get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like now, this community is changing, bro. This community is changing. Like if you get disrespected, you disrespected, then you have the green light. Like you should have wanted Bud Crawford to fight T.O. to teach him a lesson. That, you know what I'm saying? In between fights, right? But Canelo was fighting William Skull. Wouldn't you like Terrence Bud Crawford to fight Teofimo Lopez and teach him a lesson? But anyway, Crawford is the A side, not Canelo. Do you understand why I'm saying it? Let me ask you. This is not a diss on Canelo Alvarez, the 4th Division World Champion, super middleweight undisputed, King Nello, aka Cartelo, aka Cash Nello, aka Payday, aka get the F out of here, man. He said male volleyball fan. My favorite film. I see the energy. I see that Turkey Al Sheikh has already publicly stated that Terrence Bud Crawford is his guy. He's rooting for Terrence Bud Crawford. He said that's his close friends. Everything is structured for Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, there's going to be people out there that's going to be like, no punch. What are you talking about, yo? Yo, like people hitting me on Twitter saying and giving me the fucking numbers of the pay-per-view and the gates. That's not what I'm talking about, bro. Of course, Canelo Alvarez have more gate numbers. Of course, Canelo Alvarez has more pay-per-view buys and all that stuff. We know who's the face. We know who was the king before he signed to Turkey Al Sheikh. See, this is going to be the first fight that Canelo Alvarez is not backed up by the machine. You understand what I'm trying to say? Turkey Al Sheikh is not holding Canelo Alvarez's hand. He's holding Terrence Bud Crawford's hands. All the signs are here, folks. No. I'm being real. I'm being honest. I'm being real. I'm being honest, folks. All right? Take this thing out of the way so you can see. I ain't playing around. That's his guy. Turkey Bud is Turkey's chocolate thunder. Hold my hand, my chocolate thunder. Hold it. Let's talk to the Canelo. Hold my hand, chocolate thunder. Bud Crawford, come over here. Hold my hand. Let's talk to the people. Bud Crawford was reluctant. Look at Bud Crawford's face. Bud Crawford was tight. Bud Crawford was tight. Like, don't worry, don't resist. Don't resist. Hold on, let me take this thing out of the way. Hey, Turkey Al Sheikh. Turkey Al Sheikh. He said, hold my hand. Hold my hand, chocolate thunder. Hold my, don't resist. Don't resist, chocolate thunder. All right? Or don't you get paid that you hold my hand in front of the hot weather Rio season, motherfucker. All right? You see the Turkey Al Sheikh. Look, he licked Buzz cheeks. Said, "Carmen, hold my freaking hand, all right? Don't embarrass me like that, chocolate thunder, all right?" But Crawford, it is true that you had a baby for another woman. It is true. That's against the Muslim rule, my friend. How the hell did you have a baby? You have 6 babies. You have another baby with another woman. Did you hear the news? We don't want to get into people's business, but y'all heard the news, right? Y'all heard that Bud Crawford had another baby. Had another baby with another woman. You already know that Bud Crawford had 6 beautiful kids. right? With the same woman. You know what I'm saying? We thought that Bud Crawford was the man. We thought that Bud Crawford was the quintessential of a family man. That shit caught me off guard too. And I'm a man. I'm like, what the fuck? Come on, we know, man. That shit caught me. To be honest, I used to give a lot of credit to Bud Crawford for being, damn, yo, Bud Crawford and his woman been rocking since day one, 6 kids. You thought that Bud Crawford had this morally union with his family and kids and stuff like that, right? Nah, man. Turkey said, what, Bud, Chocolate Thunder, what happened? Why did you do that? I mean, shit. I would do the same if I have a whale like that in my house every fucking day. I gotta look at that fucking Free Willy every fucking day. I would do the same. But I just thought that you was another type of man. he called Bud Crawford's baby mama Free Willy. All right. I thought that you were a family. I would do the same thing. I would get another woman if I have to look at this fucking Free Willy every fucking day. I don't know how you did it with 6 kids, Bud Crawford, but it is what it is. He said crazy. Oh, shit. My Lord. No disrespect to the big ladies. No, hey yo, no disrespect for the big ladies. But you know it's summer, it's getting hot out here. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want no chick. You know when when you like this, when you know when you gaining weight, you like always picking on your shirt, right? That's for the big boned people like this shit. Like the shirt sticks. About time you left that Free Willy bitch, Bud Crawford. He said, damn, plus you wrong. I ain't the one that had a baby, out of wedlock. Why you saying Punch is wrong? No, Bud is wrong. Bud is wrong, not me. Can you imagine? Why you did that, Bud? Why you let me win? I bet you having a baby with a white bitch. Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck. Why you gonna diss me like that, Bud? Cause you got new money and shit like that. Now you wanna run off with some white bitch? It's because I'm fat, right? It's because I'm looking like the naughty professor and shit like that. Right? Why you gotta run off and have some babies? I thought you loved me, Bud. I want to see how that conversation go. You always gonna be an ugly motherfucker. It doesn't matter how much money you got, all right? You always gonna be an ugly motherfucker, and I'm always gonna be a fat bitch. We was made for each other. I'm fat and you ugly, nigga. Go fix your teeth. Don't you got enough money? Go fix that gap, motherfucker. I wish I wanted to see that. Hey, yo, Bud, can you give us like a reality show? I would have loved to see that argument. You know what I'm saying? And you know how girls is when the dude plays them wrong and then they go back to IG, social media, and they be like, I'm having the best time of my life. It's all about me. Bitch, it was shut up, you heartbroken. Going to IG and shit like that. Why all the girls do that, right? They get played and shit like that. They know they're heartbroken and then they go, I'm living my best life. It's all about me now. No, you got 6 kids. It's never about you. It will never be about you. It's capping mechanism, right? Ain't nobody gonna put their sad faces in fucking in Instagram and shit like that. I'm living my best life. No, you not living your best life. Your man just left you, all right? Your man just left. You ain't living your best life. Con una gordita así, con seis muchachos. ¿Con quién va a estar esa tigra? esa gordita con seis muchachos. Ay, mira. Oh, but anyway. Oh, let's go back to the why I feel that Canelo Alvarez, the money was so overwhelming that he forfeited his power. Now, let me tell you like this, folks. Let me tell you like this. Let's be real, let's be honest. If you know the history of mankind, whether it's a group, a nation, a person, one thing you never do is when you gain power, you never give it up. Nobody gives up power. It don't matter a la buena or a la mala. Nobody gives up power. I used to debate people in the position where Canelo Alvarez was in. Let me tell you what the position where Canelo Alvarez was in when he joined PBC, because there were a lot of people that in this community, there's a community out here that hate PBC for whatever reason. I don't understand. I don't understand the beef like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand, but there's a community out here that hates PBC, right? And when Canelo Alvarez won the PBC, those people had to stay shut because, they used to diss the Charlos, the Spence, whatever, with that was attacked the David Benavidez because it was fighters that wanted to fight Canelo Alvarez from PBC. So the Canelo Alvarez fan never liked the PBC, but then Canelo Alvarez joined PBC. But this was the special thing about Canelo Alvarez joining Al Heyman and collaborating with Al Heyman, is that Al Heyman gave him the opportunity to truly be a boss, right? Espera, 1 minute, 1 second. ¿Qué tenemos? Tom is in the building. Con los 5 pesos. Sandwiches. Have sandwich, okay? 1 sandwich, okay? Break it in half for la niña, for the boy and the little girl, right? We have Thomas gave us for sandwich, okay? All right? Good looking out, my brother. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, my brother. Good looking out, Tom. All right? So God bless you, brother, and God bless everybody that smashing the like button and smashing the like button, sharing the live, subscribing to the channel. Y'all already know what it is. Okay, now this is the reason why this is not a diss on Canelo Alvarez. Crawford is the A side because this is Turkey Al Sheikh guy. Everything is structured for Crawford. The reason why Canelo Alvarez fought William Scott was it was for Crawford to get an opportunity to become a 3-division undisputed world champion. It's not because of Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez didn't give a fuck about the belt. Somebody hit me up and say, yo, Punch, you got to understand that Canelo Alvarez wanted that belt. That's the reason why he fought William Scott. Shut the fuck up. No, he did not like that. He dropped the belt to fight Edgar Berlanga. And let's not forget, and I checked him. And he got to remember, people got to remember, Canelo Alvarez was signed already to fight Jake Paul. So don't tell me that Canelo Alvarez wanted to fight William Scott to get the belt back. No, he didn't. He was about to fight Jake Paul. He didn't give a fuck about the belt. And this is why I feel like the powers that be, the power is with Turkey Al Sheikh. Turkey Al Sheikh, Bud Crawford is his favorite fighter. Everything is structured for Bud Crawford. The reason why Bud Crawford is not fighting is because Turkey Al Sheikh don't fight. Don't F up the bag. Go out there, work on getting big. You and Victor Conte, snack. Y'all got enough time. I'm giving y'all a year to prepare for Canelo Alvarez. Don't step in the ring and stuff like that. Boom. I know some people are going to get mad. I know some people are going to get mad because we're talking about corruption. We're talking about snack. We're talking about the potential. There's going to be people out there that be, shut up, Punch, man. You try to build an excuse for Canelo Alvarez in case if you lose already. No. You know why? Because let's not be naive. In this boxing community, we always talk about somebody getting robbed. We always talk about that. This is nothing new. The thing is, now we're talking it before it happens. How many times do we watch a fight and then we say the judges? How many times we say, oh, this fighter is going to this country, or this fighter is going to the opposite of promotion? This fighter's promotion is he's gonna get robbed. We think like that. I'm gonna say it like this: if the betting odds had it favorite the underdog and then corruption, I will bet corruption all day. I would bet corruption. So I'm not gonna be naive. Corruption is always in my mind. It is what it is. It's just boxing. I know some of y'all don't want to think like that. Nah, man, come on, man. Come on, Punch. Hell no. Bud Crawford gonna be Canelo Alvarez fair and square. Or you feel like Canelo Alvarez is gonna be Bud Crawford fair and square. I feel like there's gonna be some type of corruption. That's just my opinion. Is it logical to me to think that? In the sport of boxing, yes. Am I dissing anybody? No. No. I'm not dissing nobody. I'm not dissing Bud Crawford and his affiliation with Snack. It's just logical thinking, right? Because Victor Conte is the dirtiest, was the number one dirtiest cheater in the history of sports. He is banned from every sport except for boxing. So if I feel like, you know what? And he's with VADA, and he knows when the test is coming. So if I feel like, you know what, that Bud Crawford may have an advantage, I'll be dumb not to think that. But also this, on the flip side is, let's not forget that Jaime Munguia just popped dirty, and he's with Eddie Reynoso, and Eddie Reynoso's team, they all popping dirty out there. They all been popping dirty and shit like that. All the high invested fighter with Eddie Reynoso. Canelo Alvarez popped dirty. Jaime Munguia popped dirty. Ryan Garcia have popped dirty. Luis Nery popped dirty. Ray Martinez popped dirty. Oscar Valdez popped dirty. So I could look at it both ways. So let's put it this way: we level out the playing field. Canelo got Eddie Reynoso. Bud Crawford got Victor Conte. The difference is, and where I'm gonna give the edge. If anybody's cheating, I'm gonna give the edge to Bud Crawford that he's cheating. You know what? Don't get mad. Don't get mad, folks. I just listen to me. We just trying to break it down unbiased, logically, and objectively. We're gonna predict the fight technically wise, politically wise as well. If there is cheating, Bud Crawford got the upper hand because he got Victor Conte that knows that VADA's doing the testing, and he the one that helped form VADA. So he has the upper hand. He knows when Canelo Alvarez is gonna get tested and shit like that. You understand what I'm trying to say? He's the Pablo Escobar of PEDs. So I'm going to give him the upper hand, right? That's the political side, right? Okay, now, peep this. Canelo Alvarez, when he was a PBC, he was establishing power, TV rights, what he did with Edgar Berlanga. He got the TV rights. It wasn't PBC presents Canelo Alvarez. It was actually Canelo Alvarez presents PBC. Canelo Alvarez got in power position. Why I'm flabbergasted is that Canelo Alvarez would abandon his power position for Turkey Al-Sheikh money. Now you give Turkey the power. Canelo Alvarez would never think about fighting William Skull. He threw his belt in the garbage to fight even Edgar Berlanga. He threw away his undisputed crown to fight Edgar Berlanga because he wouldn't want to fight no damn William Skull. He would rather fight Jake Paul, let's not forget, than William Skull. So I feel that the money, the Turkey Al-Sheikh money, got him giving up his career to Turkey Al-Sheikh. Canelo Alvarez is going to get paid more than Bud Crawford. But that doesn't mean he's the A side in this fight. Canelo Alvarez may have the most fans, but that doesn't mean that Canelo Alvarez is the A side to this fight. Because for me, the A side in boxing is that who got the power. When we're talking about the A side, the red, the blue, mafioso talk, because remember, boxing was built, is a mafioso sport. It's power. Power. Turkey Al-Sheikh got the power. Bud is with Turkey. Dana White is with Turkey. Dana White and Turkey were the ones who tried to sabotage Canelo Alvarez card with Edgar Berlanga last year by putting a fear UFC card in where Turkey Al Sheikh was supporting the UFC, and they put that event on, and Dana White knows it because he come from boxing, and then he moved to MMA. Everybody knows in combat sport that Cinco de Mayo and Mexican Independence Day is boxing's money-making day. And that's Canelo Alvarez Day. They try to sabotage it. Let's not forget that Turkey Al Sheikh was making fun and being disrespectful to Canelo Alvarez for fighting the fight with Edgar Berlanga. Let's not forget about that. So let's be real. Turkey Al Sheikh never liked the Canelo Alvarez. He needs Canelo Alvarez so his friend could accomplish something greater, because already now, Uwe accomplished what Terrence Bud Crawford accomplished in 2 division undisputed world champion. He needs to accomplish something greater. And everything is set up for Bud Crawford to win because he got the machine. This is the first time that Canelo Alvarez doesn't got the machine. Canelo Alvarez doesn't got Golden Boy Promotions. Canelo Alvarez doesn't have Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing on his side. Turkey and Dana is the and Salas. What is it? Is the promoter, Turkey Al Sheikh's promoter. Canelo Alvarez on his own. Canelo Alvarez on his own. He's not the A side. He doesn't have the power. He doesn't have the power. This is going to be the first time Canelo Alvarez have given his power up when he didn't have to. He didn't have to give his power up. But money is the root of that one. Silla. So y'all understand do y'all understand or y'all disagree? I mean, y'all don't have to agree with me, but do y'all understand where I'm coming from when I say Crawford is the A side and not Canelo? I'm not dissing Canelo Alvarez in terms of we know that he's the guy that sells pay-per-view, all that. We know that in boxing, but he's giving up his power to Turkey Al Sheikh, and we know that Turkey Al Sheikh is on Bud Crawford's side. Look at this. Look at this. If Turkey Al Sheikh was not on Bud Crawford's side, look, we could go to Twitter right now. Peep this. Look at this. Look at this. Look, we go to Turkey Al Sheikh's. We're going to go to Turkey Al Sheikh's account. Put it this way. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Turkey Al Sheikh. Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford. Bro. Bud Crawford. And look what he said though. Look at his comment. Look. Read it. American boxing legend Crawford arrives on Riyadh Friday conference in Riyadh on Netflix for the strongest boxer of the last decade in the world against just Canelo. The strongest boxer in the last decade. He is promoting Bud. This is just Bud. He's pushing Bud. He just called Canelo. The strongest boxer in the last decade? Do you really think that? Let's be real. Look at the resume of Bud Crawford. Look at the resume of Canelo Alvarez. Is Bud Crawford to be honest, I don't even think that Bud Crawford has a better resume than Teofimo Lopez. Y'all gonna get mad. But I don't think that even Bud Crawford got a better resume. Outside of losing to Cambosa, but I think that even Teo got a bigger win. Alexander Usyk should be the strongest guy, moving from the cruiserweight division and beating 3 undefeated fighters, going in their hometown, and then going to the heavyweight division and beating Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. He should be the guy. He should be the guy as well. Like, think about the resume of Bud Crawford. Look at Canelo Alvarez's resume as well. Everything is about Crawford when it comes to Turkey out shape. What else? Why wouldn't I think like that? We all saw the Shiraz versus Carlos Adamas. We all saw the power of Turkey out shape. We all saw that he was walking around the ring, maybe even looking the eye like, yo, look at the scorecards. Look at the scorecards on that Shiraz and Carlos Adamas, and look at what round he started walking around, and look at the scorecards. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Let me see. Let's see. Look at this. All right. Give me a second. Where's the scorecard? That man, they didn't even want to show the scorecard. Adames. Wait a minute. Damn, they never had the official scorecard. Where's the official scorecard, man? They didn't even want to show the official scorecard. But they was given they probably gave the last 2 rounds or the last 3 rounds. So when he was walking around, D Wiz in the building with the $10 super chat. Gonna get out, my brother. Appreciate you. Say, yo, is the world going to witness a setup punch? Yes. I am betting on a setup. I am betting on a robbery. I am betting on corruption. And I don't think that people could debate me on that. It's hard to debate me on that. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. The betting odds are, and the betting lines are closer than ever. Think about it. Why is Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez now closer than ever? What did Bud Crawford do? He didn't even fight in the past year. The last thing that we think about Bud Crawford is his performance at 154 versus a 10-0 guy versus Majumov. Why after that, every month that passes, the betting odds come closer to a 50-50 fight? Who is doing that? To tell the public that this is a great fight. This is a glorified mismatch. We all know that. This is a glorified mismatch. We seen what Canelo Alvarez did to an undisputed champion at 154, knockout artist in Jermell Charlo. Yo, but Jermell Charlo, but Bud ain't gonna fight like Jermell Charlo. Who said he won't? Because I know, because Crawford, he a dog. Dog where? Because Jermell Charlo was a dog at 154. He wasn't a dog at 150. Bud Crawford wasn't a dog at 154. What makes you think he gonna be a dog at 168? Oh, so he gonna dog out. Pause. He gonna dog Canelo Alvarez out. Oh yeah, he gonna go toe-to-toe with Canelo Alvarez, right? No, punch, no. Bud Crawford ain't gonna fight like Jermell Charlo. Y'all forget how good Jermell Charlo is. And when Jermell Charlo after the fight said, yo, I hit him with 2 left hook and Canelo Alvarez ain't feel shit. He told me, I hit Canelo Alvarez with 2 left hook and Canelo Alvarez ain't feel nothing. He just kept on walking like it was nothing. Now, y'all tell me, let me see if y'all gonna be, who got more power, Bud or Jermell Charlo? Usted se atreve to decir que Bud Crawford got more power than Jermell Charlo. Who got more power, Bud or Jermell Charlo? Let me see if people still living in La La Land. Like, yeah, I know a lot of people try to sweep the Bud Crawford performance with Majumov under the rug. But it happened. Y'all could try to be like, Earl Spence, I ain't see that fight with Majumov. Canelo Alvarez. Jermell Charlo, 154, is bigger than all his belts by knocking these dudes out. Bud Crawford stepped to 154 and fought Majimov. 10-0 guy, never fought a world champion, never been a world champion, never fought an ex-world champion, and struggled. And Virgil Ortiz didn't struggle with Majimov, just beat him up. But now I'm supposed to say, oh shit, Bud versus Canelo. Oh my God. Oh, it was a great fight. I ain't dumb like that. I'm not dumb. It's not even that. Why? And I said this for the people that know me and know the channel and stuff like that. One thing I just cannot submit to. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Even when people, even me growing up, yo, yeah, you take it too personal, bro. I've been getting that shit my whole life. My brother, my peoples, yo, Crazy Eddie, you take things too personal. If you my friend and you my family member, I'm gonna take everything personal. It's not business. I'm taking it personal. But you know what I take personal is when somebody trying to insult my intelligence. I just don't give in when somebody trying to insult my intelligence. Maybe that's the reason why I don't get far in this boxing stuff. Because I just can't, I can't allow you to insult my intelligence, bro. Don't do that. Like, don't disrespect me like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that to people, and I don't want people to do it to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people, don't insult, just don't say nothing. Keep it to yourself. Don't insult my intelligence. So when this promo, right, for me, they insulting my intelligence. I know it's promo, but you insulting my intelligence. This is not a great fight. As a matter of fact, Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez had their worst outing of the elite career. Canelo Alvarez had his worst outing versus William Skull, in which it was more William Skull running away from him. But Canelo Alvarez just didn't want to waste his time chasing this motherfucker. And Bud Crawford had his worst performance in his elite career. What momentum does Bud and Canelo Alvarez got? What momentum? Put it this way. Brian Norman Jr. versus Boots Ennis. That's momentum. Yo, Boots did his thing versus Stanionis. Brian Norman Jr. did his thing versus Sakatani. Yo, he knocked him out. Oh, now they in there. Oh, that's a great fight. That's a great fight. Richardson Hitchens versus Teofimo Lopez. That's a great fight. Great momentum. That's a great fight. Bud Crawford versus Earl of True Spence. That's a great fight. Good momentum. Ryan Garcia versus Tank. Good momentum. Your knockouts. Good momentum. Bud is 1 year layoff. Gonna be 38 years old. Move up to 154. Didn't look like an ordinary fighter. Moving 2 weight classes up to fight the king at 168. And yes, I'm supposed to believe that Bud Crawford is going to make a great account of himself. I'm going to give him 1 or 2 rounds. Yeah, Thomas Hearns did great for 3 rounds. Got knocked out in the 3rd round. Oh, yeah, that's one of the best fights in the history of the sport of boxing. Thomas Hearns versus Hagler that everybody talk about lasted 3 rounds. 3. It didn't go 15. It didn't go 5. It didn't go 6. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you want to go toe-to-toe with a big bad wolf? Bud Crawford is, if no corruption, and Bud Crawford is going to fight like y'all think that he ain't going to perform like Jermell Charlo and be reluctant to really get on the inside and really try to do damage. Y'all going to tell me that Bud Crawford is going to be this dog. I dare Bud Crawford to be a dog with Canelo. I dare him. I want to. I want Bud. I want to be proven wrong in that sense. Bud ain't gonna perform like Jermell. I'm telling you, you know why? Why he ain't gonna? Because he's a dog. All right, go toe-to-toe with Canelo Alvarez to see what happens. Yeah. Because no, Bud is a dog. Go out there and dog Canelo Alvarez. Show us, Bud. Yeah, show us. And don't give me this flow, but Floyd Mayweather could do no, Bud ain't Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is greater than Bud. Way greater than Bud. Yeah, I said it. Look at the resume. The best win of Bud Crawford's career was Earl Spence. And we already know that he should have been at 154. And outside of Bud Crawford's, outside of that win, Bud Crawford's best win was Gamboa. Don't compare the resume of Floyd Mayweather and Bud Crawford. Don't you do that, folks. Exactly. Karate Kid. Jamel started out like a dog until he got hit because that's Canelo. Punch. What about sparring Crawford had with Adamas? That's sparring, bro. That's sparring because you're sparring in a heavy and maybe Bud was 150 something once. Yo, Teofimo Lopez. Y'all never seen the Teofimo Lopez sparring with Porter? And you never saw that sparring with Kenny Porter screaming at Sean? Teofimo Lopez was putting it on Porter. That doesn't mean that will happen in the welterweight division with 8-ounce gloves. That don't mean it's gonna happen. Hey, Sean Porter beat Usyk in the amateurs. Do you think that Sean Porter could beat Usyk? Even if they was back at 168, you think in the 12-round bout, Sean Porter beats Usyk? Teofimo Lopez, even Ugas said that Teofimo Lopez was giving him the work. He was beating him up in sparring. Teo was beating up Ugas in sparring. Ugas attested to that. Does he beat him in the welterweight? You think he's going to be that easy? If it was a real fight, it won't be that easy. But I think that Crawford got everything riding for him. Everything is like a silver platter. Everything. Everything on a silver platter for Bill Crawford. I think Canelo Alvarez sold his soul to Turk. What y'all think? Or it's just my mind? I feel like he sold this. If he ain't sell his soul, he sold his power away. He just gave up his power. And I think that was dangerous right there. Let me say it like this. If Canelo Alvarez loses to Bill Crawford, for me, his legacy going to take a hit. It's going to take a hit. If he loses to Bill Crawford, his legacy going to take a real hit. It's almost like when Roy Jones Jr. lost to Antonio Tarver. If Roy Jones Jr. would have retired after the John Ruiz fight in the heavyweight division, we'll be talking about Roy Jones Jr., arguably the greatest of all time. We ain't talking about top. When he lost to Antonio Tarver, Roy Jones Jr. went from the conversation of being the greatest of all time, to top 35, top 40. That's how bad that loss was, that knockout was from Antonio Tarver. Follow it up by Glenn Johnson. Let me know if I'm lying. If Roy Jones Jr. would have went to the heavyweight division and would have retired after the John Ruiz fight, from 154-pound division to the heavyweight division and become a 4-division world champion, if he would have retired after the John Ruiz, we'll be talking about arguably the greatest, the GOAT, not top 10. We're talking about the GOAT. He was in the GOAT talk after that. Roy Jones, Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson. He was in that talk, bro. He was in that talk. He got knocked out. That one knockout got him maybe top 30. Where y'all put Roy Jones Jr. at right now? That was my time. Roy, when he beat John Ruiz, you remember Roy Jones Jr. was the fighter of the decade. The reason why, to this day, the reason why we so now, they always used to be this pound for pound talk, but Roy Jones Jr. redefined it and made pound for pound like ultimate. It was on everybody's boxing head's mouth, right? That's when people really, because pound for pound, it was Roy Jones Jr. Pound for pound. He was on the pound for pound. He was saying that shit out loud. Just like fucking Muhammad Ali was saying that I'm the greatest of all times. Roy Jones Jr. was saying I'm pound for pound. Every way you go, pound for pound. That when you think Roy Jones Jr. in any weight class Man, Roy Jones Jr. was ahead of his class, man. Roy Jones Jr. was incredible. Matter of fact, I think that Roy Jones Jr. still has the evolution of speed, the combination of speed and power, twitch muscle, athleticism, and all that. To this day, I don't think nobody has put it together like Roy Jones Jr. to this day. There's some we could see. I thought, to be honest, I thought that Gary Russell Jr. was going to be there when he was throwing those 14, 13, 15 punch combinations back in the days. Gervonta Tank Davis' speed. We see the combination of speed and power. Gervonta Tank Davis, the speed and power of Boots, the combination of speed and power of Teofimo Lopez and stuff like that. But nobody, Prince not seen, but nobody could put it like Roy Jones Jr., bro. If Canelo Alvarez loses to Bud, we'll be thinking about that. The best win for Canelo Alvarez will be his controversial win. That's the highlight of Canelo Alvarez. The best one, if it's not, look, it's Caleb Plant. His most accomplished, right? When we become undisputed, Caleb Plant. But Caleb Plant was never pound for pound like that. The Triple G, a lot of people feel like Canelo Alvarez lost. Cotto, we'll say probably Cotto. Probably say that Cotto was his best one. We'll be looking at his career. Like, if he loses to Bud, we'll be looking at his career like crazy. Like, wait a minute. What's going on here? Now, if Bud beats Canelo Alvarez, and depending how he beats him, if Bud beats Canelo Alvarez, where do we have him? If Bud beats Canelo Alvarez, move up 2 division. Technically, for me, in my opinion, 3 division up, because he didn't make his mark at 154. So I do still see Bud Crawford as a great welterweight. I still don't even have him as a great 154. I see him as a great welterweight. So I still, in my mind, he's moving 3 division up. If he beats Bud Crawford, wow. Top 15. I think we're going to have to put him in top 15. There's a lot of names in boxing. Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard. If Bud Crawford, do y'all think that I still think that Oscar De La Hoya is better than Bud Crawford. I know he lost some fights, but he won some fights. Let's not forget that Oscar De La Hoya did beat Hector Camacho, did beat Sweet Pea Whitaker, beat Julio Cesar Chavez. Those wins right there is just, arguably, people thought that he beat Shane Mosley in the second fight, beat Ike Corte, lost to Trinidad. And to be honest, even though if you look at the championship rounds, I used to watch that fight all the time. I still think that Oscar De La Hoya beat Trinidad. To be honest, I don't think that Trinidad lost. I mean, won. I think he was closing. He closed the gap in the championship rounds, but I still think that Oscar De La Hoya actually beat Trinidad. I never thought that. I still, to this day, I don't think that Trinidad beat Oscar De La Hoya. So even when he lost, it was still close. Even when he lost to Floyd Mayweather, it was still a close fight. The Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya, and that was Oscar De La Hoya washed up. That was Oscar De La Hoya washed up, and Oscar almost won that fight. He just abandoned the jab after the 9th round. So, but if Bud beats Canelo, is that enough to put him in top 15? Roberto Duran, Thomas Hearns, 7th Division World Champion. Manny Pacquiao, 8th Division World Champion. He's there. Lennox Lewis, Larry Holmes. How about Floyd Patterson? Julio Cesar Chavez. Some good names. You don't think it was close because you just a casual, bro. Superstar status. Remember, Canelo is still relatively young. He's younger than Bud, too. So, I don't know. But anyway, back to the 140-pound division. All right, back to the 140-pound division. Well, this is good news. You know, Eddie Hearn and Bill Haney had a meeting and stuff like that. So probably Matchroom Boxing is going to get back into the Devin Haney business. We'll see. You know, we'll see what's going to happen with that. David Benavidez is going to be should be fighting Callum Smith. David Benavidez is a Dominican superstar. Hey, yo, I was talking about this the other day, man. For the people that don't know, David Benavidez is Dominican as well. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people hate when I say that, but he is. His mother is half Dominican, half Ecuadorian. He look more Dominican than anything else. He look more Dominican. Look, he looked like Fernandito Villalona. If people know in the Spanish world who Fernandito Villalona, he looked just like David Benavidez. David Benavidez is 6'3". You know what I'm saying? He got the Dominican height. He look more Dominican than Mexican. What do y'all feel about this, folks? I was talking about this, and then I seen TBV did a live right after the day after I did a live about it. So I think that you know what I'm saying, I motivated Ness to go with the content. But I said that a lot of people is reluctant to name or to call out Gary Antoine Russell. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people is reluctant to call him out. I think that at 140-pound division, I think he's capable of beating anybody at 140. He's capable of beating anybody. They don't come. Gary Antoine Russell was a bad boy, bad mama jamma. He's a bad boy. He's a bad boy. And a lot of people don't want to call him. I hope that they don't treat him like the Demetrius Andre back in the days in the 160-pound division and try to avoid him. I hope not, because nobody want to mention his name. Nobody want to mention his name with some type of energy. So I hope that this community really call out the fighters, the other champions, so if they want to unify the titles, to call his name. I think there's gonna be the fight that's gonna steal the show, July 12th. Dominican versus Puerto Rico. Boyo versus Matias. I think that fight is gonna steal the show. Yo, but everybody in the chat, let me know. Let me know in the chat, bro. Let me know in the chat. Should I do lives in the morning, early afternoon, or 8 p.m. Eastern time in the evening? Wherever should I do the poll? Should I do the poll? Let's do the poll. Or should I do the poll? Y'all could tell me in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We got some good traffic this in early. Should I do early afternoon, in the morning a.m., or 8 p.m. Eastern time? Because I really want to go live on the reg, and I said this before, but I do want the support, bro. I want to see that people are going to tune in, and the more that people tune in, man, the more I sacrifice time, man. I really want to, elevate the channel. You know what I'm saying? But it got to be with support. You know how they say, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. So it's about the numbers as well, man. That's the motivation. So when we see 100 people looking on, we be like, all right, man, we good. But when I see like 50, 30, 40 people, I'm like, man, all right, man. I don't know, man. I can't sacrifice the time, man. I don't care myself. Whatever builds your channel, I'm here. But we build the channel. You feel me, Karate Kid? Christian Padilla in the building. So, the members is out today. You feel me? So the members support. Numbers lie, 2 punch. I know because I know numbers lie, 2 punch, because men invented numbers. So if they say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. When men invented the numbers, then it's like contradicting themselves. So I know Deluxe. But let me know, man. I want to know. I want to know a time where we're all going to be invested in supporting, talking boxing and shit like that. I truly want to, if I could get a grips of it, I truly want to know at what time. to be honest, I like this 11 p.m. 11 a.m. Do 2-3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Or should I do the 9:30 a.m.? Okay, I'm gonna give you 9:30 a.m., 11:30 a.m., early afternoon, or 8 p.m. Eastern time. What's the time that y'all, my peoples, is going to support if I go live on the reg? You know how the Boxing Voice, I know they go live at 9, right? 9 Eastern time. We know that. I think Showbiz, I rarely never in YouTube around this time, but I know that Showbiz usually go around, these times, right? I know he went live earlier. Shout out to Showbiz. I know he did the live commentary of the Brian Oman Jr. fight. I don't know other people and stuff like that. I know for Nan, I think he goes in the morning and stuff. I haven't checked for Nan's channel in a long time, but I know he used to go in the morning and stuff like that, right? Who else? But I know there's boxing content creators, they have a schedule and they consistent with the schedule and stuff like that. I want to be consistent with a schedule that I know that y'all gonna support me, and I could structure it that way and dedicate and be consistent on that time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what help me out, man. I don't got no ego, man. I like people to give me some feedback, or punch, I think we'll support you at this. We're gonna come out and support you when you go live and stuff like that. You got some great content, we're gonna support you, or do it in the evening, noon or 5 p.m. says Eric. The AM punch. The Lux said the AM. Midday. Go watch Tony versus Roy. That's a good fight right there. We support you, do you. I know, but I want to know at the time when we go live. So I know I could have interviews and shit like that. So when I do an interview, I know that my people, you want me to tell you the truth, folks? You know what to tell you the truth? When I did that Oscar De La Hoya interview, man, I was hurt, bro. Yo, if I ever been hurt, bro, in this community, I was hurt, bro. I was hurt, bro. If I was emotional, I would have cried, bro. If I was an emotional dude, I would have cried, bro. When I did that Oscar De La Hoya interview, that shit hurt me because I promote that. I was promoting that interview for 2 days. Oscar De La Hoya was came to punch drunk boxing, bro. This ain't no media. Oscar De La Hoya don't do that. Oscar De La Hoya don't go to anybody's channel unless he doesn't do that. He took his time. Oscar De La Hoya said, I want to go to your channel. He said, Oscar De La Hoya said, I want to go to the channel and I want to get an interview with you. He hit me up. Oscar De La Hoya, Twitter DM. That's how he contacted me. That's how I got the interview. I said, this shit was, for me, that's Oscar De La Hoya hit me up. Because I think I made him laugh in one of my videos. I forgot which video I did. And he saw it and he laughed. He said he wanted to do an interview with me. I promoted it for two days. And I'm like, get this interview. I hope that the community come show me love. So, you know what I'm saying? So Oscar De La Hoya, like every other power entity, see the numbers, he gonna be like, I like this. Punch Drunk Boxing. I'm gonna go and do another interview with Punch Drunk because, he got some traffic. The most number we had that day was 73 people. And I was interviewing, right? And I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, come on, my man, y'all fucking embarrassing me right now. We got Oscar in the building, bro. I couldn't even concentrate fully, like interviewing him. I'm like, oh, come on, bro. He's probably looking at the numbers and saying, man, I'm wasting my fucking time. And I'm like, God, come. My peoples, where y'all fucking at, bro? Inside, y'all was hurt, bro. I'll be honest, Savage. I was hurt. I'm not gonna. Y'all know I'm an open book. I don't need a lot. I'm like, oh my God, where that day I'm like, fuck this community. Fuck y'all, bro. Fuck, I embarrassed me, bro. I felt embarrassed, bro. I felt embarrassed. And then I'm fucking when I debate and shit like that with another fucking boxing channel, y'all come and show me love. I'm like, mother. This is the opportunity so they could open the door for your boy Punch so we could move on to bigger and better things. I was supposed to get another interview with Oscar De La Hoya during leading up to the Virgil Ortiz fight. Say, yeah, man, we're going to do leading up to the fight. Yeah, I'm going to go back to your channel. And he never, I know he's a busy man. He's a busy guy. And I felt like he never came back to the channel because he's probably looking at the numbers and saying, why would I waste my time going over there and talk to like 70 people? That's how I felt. Brown, Eric Brown with the $5 super chats. Yo, got you, big dog. Hard to find people passionate about boxing like this. Good looking now. Appreciate you con los 5 pesos. A comprar pizza con Coca-Cola. Good looking now, man. Appreciate you, man. God bless. God bless. Omega El Fuerte versus Cuomo. He said, yo, wow, I was one of them. Yo, Fight Fury Films, I was hurt. I was like, yo, my peoples let me down. Damn. I felt like, yo. Because I'm thinking like, yo, I got Oscar coming to the channel. Yo, this was. And I'm like, to this day, that interview didn't even do 2,000. Watch. To this day, that interview didn't even pass 2K. I was like, that's why he never dropped to Punch Run Boxing no more, man. Because he seen the numbers and be like, why am I wasting my time? Watch. Let me see. Watch. And it was a great interview, man. Shout out to Oscar De La Hoya, man. Shout out to Oscar. Shout out to Oscar, man, giving me an opportunity, bro. Look, yeah, it's still right there. Mira, todavía no pasado. Mira, todavía no pasado. Mira, míralo ahí. 1.9. It's been staying like that for a whole year. Oh, what y'all doing, Corey? He said Blue Bloods versus Ego, Punch Drum versus Southpaw. 230 here, 230 in the West. All right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the boxing channels over there, stuff like that. Shout out to all the boxing channel. But damn, yo, where Billy? I want to ask Bill or Devin, like, what you feel about the Brian Norman Jr.? Should we call Bill? Should. Maybe Bill was busy. Let me see if Bill is busy. Let me see you want to talk about this shit. Let me see. Hold on. Shout out to my brother, Coach Anthony as well, man. Hold on. Let me see, bro. Let me see. Where he at? Let me see what we get. Let me see what we get, because I want to know what he got to say about this Brian Norman. Let me see. Talk about this Brian Norman Jr., potential Brian Norman Jr. versus Teo. Corey versus Fields for nah. Shout out to all the boxing channels, man. You know what I'm saying? Ring Bill up. Bill busy. Probably Bill's training Sean right now. I don't know, man. We need to get Teo. We need to get Teo back so he could tell us that he's ready to sign to fight right now, man. That's what we need. We need that energy, bro. We need that energy. We need that energy. Let me see if let me see if we can let me see if we got an interview with it. Let's see if anybody let's call. Let me see. Damn, man. We want to get Yoeli Hernandez. Yoeli Hernandez. All right. Let me see if we can get somebody. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Shout out to Coach Wade. We're gonna have an interview with Coach Wade as well. Jake Paul's one of the prestige, the premier strength and conditioning coach. You already know he worked with Sean Porter, worked with a lot of fighters, which work with Caitlin Plant, work with Jake Paul. We're gonna have him on the channel. He got a new book. Hey yo, put it this way, man. Go cop this book right quick for your boy, man. Let's support boxing. Let's support boxing. Hold on. Larry Wade Coach. He got a new book. It's in Amazon right now, bro. It's in Amazon right now. It's Build Champions. Complete Strength and Conditioning Guide for Combat Sports. Coach Wade, Larry Wade. Y'all know him. He's with Jake Paul, Caitlin Plant, Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? Cop his book, man. It's what, $14, $18. Everybody, let's support Coach Wade, and he's gonna come to the channel. We're gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying, the special thing that he does for the community. Y'all already know he was a track and field star. You know, done a wonderful job, work with great athletes in the sport of boxing. He's the guy that truly prepares Jake Paul and Sean Porter becoming a world champion, Caitlin Plant becoming a world champion. Work with Henry Senor Martinez as well. Has worked with Robisi. You know what I'm saying? He's worked with he was supposed to work, I remember a while ago, with Tio as well, but I think the schedule wasn't. I think that Teofimo Lopez was gonna train in the East Coast, and I think the schedule got in the way. I want to interview Keith one time Thurman again, bro. I haven't interviewed Keith one time Thurman. I want to interview Keith, man, but I can't. I don't know how to get a hold of Keith Thurman. Would y'all like to me to interview Keith? I want to interview Keith, man. Does Rohan still want Norman? Yeah, he still want Rohan Polanco still. Yo, has Keyshawn Davis said anything after what happened? Keyshawn Davis haven't even been on social media, bro. Has Keyshawn Davis? Let me see. Yeah, we haven't heard about Keyshawn Davis ever since that thing that happened. Hasn't been on social media, no nothing. Well, I think Bill is busy anyway. I'm just watching the Instagram. Maxie Hugh, we could get Maxie Hugh. He had a good win as well. Shout out to Maxie Hugh. I wanted to get Josh Kelly, but you know, it was hard. It's hard to get Josh Kelly, bro. Let me see. I'm gonna call. Let me see. Keith Thurman will be cool. Y'all want to get Coach Anthony on? Let me see if Coach Anthony is available. Coach Anthony got some great insight. Me and him always go back and forth for the Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford. Let me see if Coach. I don't know. I think he's busy, bro. He be coaching and shit like that. Let me see. Should I hit up Coach Anthony? One of the premier coaches. Let me see Coach. Let me see if coaches. Let me see Coach Anthony, man. Let me check my blue button. Let me see Coach Anthony. Yo, I used to interview Boots, but I guess Boost don't want to rock with your boy Punch anymore, man. Shout out to Devin. Let me see. Oh, we need to get Gabe Flores too. We need Gabe Flores in the building. Hold on. Kenny Porter, Sean Porter, Lou DeBella, Michel Rivera. Shout out to Don't Need to Donaire. Had a good win. Shit, we should talk about No Need to Donaire, man, in this win, bro. Let me see. Let me see if No Need to Donaire is available, bro. Let me see. Let me see. Should we congratulate No Need to Donaire in this victory? We need to get a man of Serrano as well. Jeez. Mark Breland. Hold on. And Teo Senior is always epic. Yeah. Senior, bro. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez Senior. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna hit couple of boxing personnels up, and let's see we go live later on as well. And you know what I'm saying? Because it's happy hour Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. You already know I'm getting my drink on today. We drinking moonshine today. We going live. We drinking. We already started drinking. All right, get your moonshine ready. It's happy hour Thursday. Let me drink enough water. We gonna get some Long Island iced tea today. Well, so let me make a few calls, and let's say we go live later on in probably 8:30, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'll probably go and drop another video and stuff like that. But shout out to again to Brian Noman Jr. with an epic knockout versus Sasaki. Now we could say right now that he's probably the best. I mean, of course, we got Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios, but I think that, you know, I think that Brian Noman Jr. is more dangerous than Mario Barrios. But Mario Barrios he's un guerrero, right? I want to get my cinnamon moonshine, bro. I want to get the cinnamon moonshine. They don't got it in New York. They got it down south. Was drinking moonshine in Jacksonville. Yeah, they got the best moonshine is down south, man. They got the cinnamon. That's my favorite. The cinnamon moonshine. The best one they had it in San Antonio, bro. Man, that was the best. The one in San Antonio, the cinnamon moonshine, bro. Y'all know where to get some cinnamon moonshine up here around New York? We getting it. But anyway, man, love y'all, man. Hope y'all have the rest of y'all day. Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all already know God first, everything second. Fight plus survive equals true champions. The best investment you can make in your life is have God in your heart. God is the greatest, man. Always give him the glory. Pray that your kids is doing well. Your significant other is great. Parents, family, friends, man. That each day you straighten your relationship with God, man. You know, God is beautiful. God is great. Love y'all. We back at it later on. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.